Less than 3 minutes a lap, so we've got about 3 minutes left remaining in this race. That's the time Carson Brown has left to make his dream a reality. Or will Justin Heff out of Purvine's Yamaha keep it going as the white flag waves? This is it. Last chance. Mark Tilly, put me inside the mind of Carson Brown. What's he doing right now as he knows he's got one more lap to make it happen?
If he's got anything up his sleeve, now's the time to do it. Carson's going to put it all on the line. He's going for broke. He wants to win. He's been thinking about this for a long time. And if you're Justin Heft, you're thinking, how am I going to keep this guy behind me? Because he's going to be an animal on this final lap. Checking those inside lines, making sure that you don't leave the door open for anything. This is going to be good.
I think that white flag was a massive motivator for Carson Brown because he quickly made up a lot of distance. He's down to about 4 bike lengths right now, all the way inside. Almost taking out the cardboard box I talked about. Sliding it out. Looks like a flat track racer. Here we go. Heft to the inside, Brown to the outside. It's a horsepower war up the hill. These 300cc machines screaming, giving it everything they got. Man, Heft seems to pick up a little bit on him here.
Yeah, it's hard. I got to keep telling myself, you got to keep talking because this is amazing racing action. After 20 minutes, it's coming down to less than a second between first and second place, and this is for everything. The winner of this is going to take home the biggest purse or biggest portion of this purse and all the bragging rights.
Yes, indeed. Heft, the hometown boy. Brown from the Pacific Northwest comes out of Washington, and he's giving it everything he got. Oh, a lapper coming up, Mark. This could, I don't see any blue flaggers out there either. This track is so vast, it's hard to flag the whole track. Finally, the lapper has got the memo. There's a battle. You're not in it. It might have slowed Heft down a little bit. This might be the break that Brown needed. He's comes Brown.
Go for it.
Here comes Brown to the outside. Did the lapper help give him a Christmas present? We'll soon find out. A few more turns left to go to bring this one home. Look at the roost. Look at the loam.
He's got 4 more turns.
Oh my gosh.
To make it happen. Can Carson make it happen? He's going to probably go to the inside here. And then depending on where Heft goes here, he might go to the outside and try to sweep around the outside. But time is running out around the outside.
This is it, guys. Racing to a finish. Multiple line choices. Does Brown have anything left?
All over the place.
These 300cc machines singing. This is it. The culmination of what has been an awesome day. We've got a drag race. We're setting up for a drag race to the finish. It could be thousands of us. Oh, Brown. Oh, my God. Brown's down.
And
Brown's
he went
down.
for it.
Brown's down. Heft takes the win. Does Brown have enough to pick it up and take second? Oh, my gosh. Major implications here. Can he get it across the line in time? Bryson coming behind him. Brown's going to take a second, but your winner, 2-1 on the day, out of Purvine's Yamaha. He told me before this moto, dude, you don't talk about me enough. Well, Mr. Heft, you've just earned it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about you.
Of the town. We're talking about you. You just won the Wiseco 2-Stroke Championship, brought to you by Fast House. What a show. Whoa, there we go. Watch that classic. At 1981 Mega 2 490 updated. Gary, it'll get away from you. We met Gary last year. We love this bike. It's back again. It's back for more. Gary's smart, though, at the young age of, what are you, 71, 72? 76, God bless you. He does not kick it anymore. He's got rollers. Smart, as I still walk with a limp from kicking my old Yamaha way back in the day. This is the way to start this 2-stroke. Let's take another look at it, guys. Totally modernized, no lean suspension. Whoa, you okay? Oh, Gary, you okay? Why? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Here we go. You okay? Holy shit. You scared me. You scared me.
Could have sworn it was.
Holy moly. It's okay. What's a race bike, like you said? You okay?
Yeah.
It still got you. These Maicos bite back. Good Lord. Here we go. Don't be chasing dust. It's hot here in Ridgecrest. We've got a lot to talk about. A history-making Beta. Perhaps 2 strokes making a big comeback, and something horrible we never thought we would see in the pits. Guys, stay with us all throughout this video. We've got a lot to see and a lot to talk about, dirt bike fans. One of the most difficult starts in motorsports, the dead engine start.
Look at visibility today, Ridgecrest, California. They got a long way to go. Awesome to see you. 90-minute Moto NGPC series is off once again after summer break. Look at the amount of spectators in here. This place packed. Beautiful, beautiful day for racing here. Guys, we are here at the NGPC, ready to go.
Yes, we've got a lot to see. This course is so challenging. This is the longest course on the NGPC circuit. More than 10 miles of fury. It will throw a little bit of something at them to keep them guessing in all different sections. Look at this. This is almost like a supercross section, but those jumps are so peaky, they can't double or triple them. It really slows them down and throws them a curveball. We've got a pavement section. We've got a dusty, sandy section. We've got a section they call the junkyard. And we've got a lot to see. If you guys are wondering, what series is this? This is the AMA National Grand Prix Championship. I like to refer to it as GNCC West. It pushes these riders to the utter limits. 90 minutes is how long we'll go. We got the amateurs out on the track right now. We got pro practice coming up before the big one tomorrow. We'll take you to that. We got a lot of news as well. The series just returned from summer break. They take 3 months off during the hot summer months, but now they are back to work here in Ridgecrest, California. What an amazing track. What an amazing facility. And can you imagine the condition you need to be in to go 90 minutes strong on a motorcycle? We have utmost respect for motocross. 30-minute motos out there. Well, guys, this is 90 minutes, going as fast as they can. Oftentimes, they are wide open in 5th gear. We're also going to talk about two-strokes as well. There's young Mark Tilley's son, Mark Tilley of Dirt Bike Magazine. We're going to catch up with him. Perhaps some big news about two-strokes coming back. Maybe something new Kawasaki's working on. But right now, we've got the pros getting ready for their practice here on Saturday. And keep an eye on that man right there, Demartile on the Factory Beta. Factory Beta's had a huge season in Supercross. That man too, Ryan Surratt, he's coming back for Team SLR Honda. Cole Martinez is no longer with the team. Ryan Surratt is in, and let's see how he does here in this warm-up, this precursor to what will be a big, big day tomorrow. I want you guys to drop your questions, your comments down below. I want to know your favorite motorcycle. I want to know your thoughts on this new Factory Beta machine. I am quickly becoming a huge fan, as here we go. We are off Ridgecrest, California. And look, there's the pavement section I talked about, guys. You have to be so careful out there. It's so hard to pick a tire that is just going to hook up with all these different conditions. Deep, loamy sand, rocky section, and a pavement section that is much like a drag strip. Here we go. Ready to send the next group off. Over 800 riders here this weekend. The pits are jam-packed. Everybody ready for this series to get back to work. Make sure you come out and see one of these things live. They are so much fun. Or try it. Just work on your conditioning right now, because to get through a course this rough, this challenging, this tumble, I promise you, you're going to have to be on top of your game. Summer break is over and it's time to get going once again with the NGPC series. Where's Team KTM? Well, one of the biggest storylines coming in is the dominance of Dante Oliveira the first half of the season. These guys are running another race here on Saturday. They're going to fly in and race here on Sunday, but we got some more storylines and updates to keep you abreast of. Let's go. Great to see Demartile back. Factory Beta ready to go. Are you ready to resume this series?
Yeah, super excited about today. We were here since Friday, just getting some good practice on the course, and about to get dressed up here and ready for battle.
And there is Mark Tilley of Dirt Bike Magazine. We're going to talk to him about two strokes here in just a minute, but let's keep on getting the scoop in the pits. A lot of stories. So guys, check this out. Some big off-season news. You may remember before we went to break, Cole Martinez stepped up and beat Dante Oliveira. So we expected to see a great battle second half of the season, Cole versus Dante. Well, Cole is no longer part of SLR Racing, and that is what opened up the seat for somebody who's very, very fast An old friend. Look at this, guys. We're getting ready. Big shout out to the unsung heroes. These guys, Slam Life Racing. They're getting these Hondas ready for a 100-degree race tomorrow. They've got a brand new team member. His name is Ryan Surratt. But these are the guys that make it happen. Shout out, guys. How you feeling? How's your energy?
Good.
We doing all right?
It's hot. We're trying to keep it alive.
What's your name?
Carlos.
Carlos. How long you been with Slam Life Racing?
I'm on 5 years.
God bless you. What's the hardest part of this job?
All of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Traveling, dealing with everything, packing the rig, cleaning the rig,
Well,
racing.
You guys don't get as much credit as those superstar racers, so congratulations. Who do we got over here?
Thank you, Juan.
Juan,
Yes,
how
sir.
about it? What's the hardest part of your job?
I'm not sure. I think the riders probably got it hard because more nerves, but me, I just gotta relax and watch them.
Good stuff, guys. Thanks so much for your hard work out here. They got these SLR Hondas prepped to perfection. Let's give a shout out to the unsung heroes, the guys back here that work on the bikes, keep them prepped and ready to go. Summer break is over. Time to get going again with the NGPC series, and one of the fastest men on the West Coast, Mr. Ryan Surratt, is back, man. Congratulations. Everybody was wondering which team's going to step up and give you a ride, because we know you're one of the best pure riders out here. How did this come about with Slam Life Racing?
It's kind of the right place, right time. I needed a bike to ride, so I knew Honda a little bit, so it's a match made in heaven, and now we're out here doing the thing.
Very cool. Tell me about this track. It is so unique. I mean, it looks like a supercross section in the infield. Then we're hearing it's very, very rough. How would you assess this place?
Yeah, it's definitely a different one. We got some peaky jumps and some really fast straightaways, so setup's a little different for this one. Trying to find the happy medium between the two, but yeah, that's part of it. And then tomorrow will be a little different anyway, so we'll figure it out how it is tomorrow.
Tell me about your motorcycle that you're on here, this Honda, how it's set up, how it feels compared to other things you've been on.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I've gotten on it, and I haven't changed the clicker on the suspension, nothing. It's ride it as is, and seems pretty good to me, so we'll shoot test it tomorrow, see if we can make the hour and a half with that.
Great to see him back, guys. Ryan Surratt, he's fast. Oh, listen to that sound. As promised, it's time to lose the valves. It's time to lose the cams. Talk a little premix, talk a little two-stroke. You love them, I love them. Let's catch up with Demartile and this awesome bike. Well, if you know anything about me, you know my mantra, long live the two-strokes. And I gotta say, Yamaha is holding up their end of the bargain. That's right, the YZ never went away, but what about the KX, the RM, the CR? Is there any hope to get them back? What do you think, Mark Tilley? He knows some of the OEMs, some of the higher ups there. Smell that glorious pre-mixed two-stroke, fans. Well, I'm here with a true expert. Always great to see my man, Mark Tilley, test rider for Dirt Bike Magazine. Make sure you check out everything he does because it's awesome. But Mark, I am just in awe of your Yamaha YZ over here, and I had a question for you, and that is, 20 years ago, these pits would be filled with two-strokes. Now, the Japanese manufacturers have really been committed to the four-stroke, but Yamaha stayed the course. Why do you think that is?
When they were talking about it, they were basically saying that two-stroke is a viable option. Like it's something that we need. I think we need 125 two-strokes, especially in the moto world, because kids are now getting off of 85s or super minis and going straight to a 250F. Well, that's like back in the day, us in our day, going from a 85 to a 252 stroke. Like that's the power difference they're seeing now. And so I think, I mean, this bike that we built for, this is my kid's bike, and it's featured on the one of the covers of the magazine. But what's kind of cool is it's something that the kids need. They need to learn what a 125 teaches you. I know you just bought a 94 CR 125.
How about that? I know, right?
So, but it's something that the kids coming up, I think, need to know. They need to learn. You're going to learn a lot of stuff on a YZ 125, a KTM 125, a Gas 125, a Husky 125 that you're not going to learn anywhere else. Like you're going to learn flowing through corners. You're going to learn clutching. You're going to learn a lot of different stuff. Momentum is your friend. So there's a lot of stuff going on that, yeah, you know what? I think kids need them. These things, I mean, this was built by Mitch Payton and Schneike and Camila down at Pro Circuit. And we originally built it for Mammoth, to go to Mammoth to do some bear hunting in Mammoth and get some bear trophies. And Jacob actually, my son actually came away with a Bear trophy in his first shot at it. So I'm a little bit jealous because I didn't do that first time I went to Mammoth. But, you know, it's kind of cool. But like this bike, like I said, Mitch did all the motor work, and then Schneike helped dial it in, and then we've kind of brought it over to off-road, put a big IMS tank on it, GPR stabilizer, some ODI bars, and kind of went from there. So, you know, but like I said, I truly believe that the kids need to ride a 125 for at least a year and race for at least a year. I'm going to try to keep him on it for another year. He's already been riding it this year, but we'll see.
I agree with you. It was really sad to see the 2-strokes go away for me. We know the Pierre Mobility Group still putting them out, KTM, Gas, Husky, Beta. But let me ask you this, what do you think is more likely in the future? A, Yamaha moves away from the YZ, or B, Kawasaki, Honda, Suzuki decides to bring back their 2-strokes?
Well, we know that certain people like Honda is a 4-stroke only motocross bike or off-road bike. They've said that they're only going to make 4-strokes. So I don't think that Honda, I mean, the crazy part about it, we went to Japan a couple years ago, and it was a thing with Suzuki, and they asked us, well, what could you do? Like, what could we do to boost sales and to do stuff? And I think it was like 2017 or 18, and we were like, build the same Suzuki 125 and 250 that you discontinued. And they're like, oh, we can't do that. And we're like, well, why? And they apparently, with all the Japanese manufacturers, they thought 2-strokes were a thing of the past. And I think everywhere other than maybe the United States as a whole, it might be. I mean, I think there's some niche people over in Europe that are doing a lot of 2-stroke stuff. But when it comes to the American market, we want them. And we want them for off-road. We want them for motocross. We just want them in general. I don't know. I've heard rumors that Kawasaki might be working on like a 300.
Oh, don't get me excited.
So,
KX 300?
We've heard some of that stuff.
I would love it. I would love it.
I mean, realistically, I don't think so. I hate to be the buzzkill. I don't think that they're going to do that. They would sell everyone they brought in.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's
absolutely.
It's definitely something to where, you know, it's kind of a cool thing to where they could do it if they did it. Like Suzuki would sell everyone they brought in, and it's not even like the RM125 or RM250 was all that popular when it was. They'd probably sell more now than they sold then, because you just can't get parts for them. You can't do a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's kind of, I wish they would bring them back. I wish they'd bring 125s back. I wish we had a little bit more of a 125 shootout. We kind of just did a 125 shootout, and it was the Yamaha and then all of the Pierre Mobility bikes. But Yamaha has actually found a resurgence in, now they're making a YZ125X. They're making a YZ250X for off-road use. So they found they're making more bikes, more 125s and 250s than they used to make. So there is that. That's a good thing. But Yamaha has actually gone, in the 125 class, has gone up in the pecking order, where when KTM and Husky and Gas were all carbureted, it was a thing to where their bike was way better. Well, now the Yamaha, because it's the only one that's carbureted, it's way faster, it's way better. Like, all of our test riders picked it unanimously. So it's kind of, Yamaha's kind of back at the top. And I mean, these bikes are bulletproof. Like, they're fun to ride.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't actually ridden Jacob's bike yet, but it's kind of one of those things to where I know if I get on it, I'm gonna like it. So he lets me wash it for him.
That's right.
So it's kind of, but yeah, I wish that more manufacturers would make it.
We can continue that wishful thinking. It was great to call the 2-Stroke Nationals with you. We listed out all the reasons: the simplicity, the cost, the smell. You can't beat the smell. Easy to work on, easy for these kids to learn how to change a piston in their garage. Some of these 4-strokes can be rather complicated. So I hope moving forward that maybe we'll see it. Now, one more question about this bike. Isn't it amazing that the YZ debuted in '74? They revamped this thing in '05, Yamaha, but aside from that, they haven't had to make too many major changes, right?
This one got a revamping a couple years ago with different cylinder stuff and some body work, but like you said, nothing major like, oh my God, that's a different motorcycle. It got an updated look and some motor stuff. And then it actually took a couple years for them to kind of figure out how to get that power back that was there before. And then when they changed it, it wasn't. So I don't see them changing from this platform. I don't see them going to a fuel injected version anytime soon. What we like, the Yamaha guys are avid two-stroke guys. Like, we know all the testing department, and we know all the guys that are doing stuff, and they're avid two-stroke guys. So, you know, it's I think Steve Butler heads up all of Yamaha's motorcycle R&D, and I mean, he's been around for a really long time and was factory mechanic with two-strokes. So it's one of those things. I don't see them going anywhere, and I do kind of see maybe the other manufacturers coming back in and playing ball a little bit, especially when it comes down to the almighty dollar. And really, for all of these manufacturers, our American market is their biggest market. And so, like, you kind of look at it and go, well, this is what we want. Are you guys going to make it for us so we can buy it, or what's going on?
Great call, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to put you on the spot with this last question. You get to pick one motorcycle as your race bike for the rest of your life. You going two-stroke or four-stroke?
I don't know. If I'm racing, I'd probably go 450 four-stroke. But if I'm just riding and having fun, I would go 250 two-stroke. Because I don't particularly like racing a two-stroke against four-strokes, because you are kind of at a little bit of a disadvantage, because it does take a little bit more input into the motorcycle to go that fast. Four-strokes make you lazy. I really enjoy riding and playing around on two-strokes, but if I'm gonna race, it probably will be a four-stroke. But you know what? Like, when we get older in life, things change.
Amen. Amen to that. Well, thank you so much. What are your thoughts on two-strokes? I like that. Well, let's find out some more about what's going on in the pits. Good news and bad news is I'm joined by my good buddy here, Mason Simmons, all the way from Australia. The good news for him, still leading the points. The bad news, devastating injury in June. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, just went home for summer break and just doing a little bit of riding, and yeah, just an unfortunate crash that you know, I couldn't even think what happened. It just happened that quick, and dislocated my ankle, fractured my foot, my tib and fib, and things like that. And yeah, hospital for 12 days. You know, 2-3 surgeries later, and yeah, 3 months later we're here racing. So the surgeon said 5 to 6 months to start with, but we went hard in recovery and made sure I could get back to have a crack at this championship.
Well, it's very commendable you being here. It's showing off your toughness. It's showing you what the championship means to you. What limitations do you feel like you have on the bike right now?
Just right-hand corners are a little bit tricky. You know, if I put my foot out and it hits the ground, it gives me a little bit of a, you know, it hurts a little bit. So, but other than that, honestly, it is what it is. I just got to put it in the back of my mind and focus forward, and yeah, just go right.
Is that infield section giving you any trouble with all the peaks out there? Is that tough on the foot?
Yeah, the jumps aren't too bad if I, you know, clean them, but there's a junkyard section, I think they call it. It's kind of rough and just you kind of land on flat and things like that. But I've got these beautiful pegs on, and they should help me out if I overextend it, because my mobility's not that good. So yeah, we'll work through it.
Any other changes to your KTM to accommodate for this?
No, we've left it all year. Honestly, solid performance. Have you know, give me a good setting all round, and couple clickers here and there. He's only a phone call away, and yeah, we just get on with the job.
Congratulations. Final thing is, if you could somehow push through and win this championship, after everything you've been through, what would this mean to you?
Oh, the world to me. This is my life, you know. This is what I work for, and this is what I come to America for, to win championships. So yeah, it'll mean everything.
Good luck to you. Congratulations, Mason, pushing through the pain. Getting it cleaned up, ready to go. We'll check with the boss. Is he doing a good job?
Doing a great job.
All right, he's doing it. That's what it's all about. That's right, break time is over. It's time to go back race. A big weekend from my man Colton Eck over here. So good to see you. Second in points, chasing Mason Simmons after the break. Colton, first off, I know you know all about horrific injuries. You were through one of the worst, and you're so tough to come back. Mason dealing with that himself. As a competitor, how can you relate to that?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, we've all been there, and my heart breaks for the guy. If I was in his position, I'd be super bummed, but you know, that's part of racing, and I'm going to do my best to take advantage of him being a little down on the training and all that. I think he's ridden only a couple times all summer, so yeah, going to try and make up this point stuff.
Anything new on your Kawasaki to try to give chase here?
Yeah, Bob from Precision Concepts and I, we did a couple suspension changes over the summer. Nothing too crazy, just fine tuning. But yeah, I'm super happy with the bike and I'm ready to see what we can do.
How's the training been?
Training's been great. Everything went off without a hitch all summer. Just working hard out in the heat. Just trying to stay in shape and get better on the motorcycle.
Well, good job, man. We're going to see you back on that KX 500 anytime soon?
I don't know.
That was a workout, huh?
Yeah.
The 2 Stroke Nationals.
Yeah, that thing is it's a beast. But yeah, I'm sure we'll have to break it out. It's a good time.
Excellent. Well, Colton, thanks so much and good luck, guys. He's chasing the championship. So how about that, guys? Time to get back to work once again. The season is starting after summer break. That is the big battle to keep your eyes on. Colton Eck versus Mason Simmons. My goodness, you gotta pat Mason on the back. What toughness that young man has to gut this out. And Colton Eck knows better than anybody. Remember, he was through one of the nastiest crashes we had ever seen on the Supercross circuit, and he was able to come back. He has a truly unbreakable spirit, an unbelievable competitor. It's gonna be awesome to see how this one plays out down the stretch. Keeping it clean over here. Great job, SLR Honda. Gotta clean it to work on. Guys, when it comes to pressure washing a dirt bike, what are your best tips? What is your best advice? As you can see, my man over here doing a great job. Using low pressure, I can tell you one thing. You don't want to use too high pressure and you push water into those bearings, knock all your slickers off, knock the gravity off. You don't want to do that. You know, fantastic job. Maybe he has some tips for us. I don't know. What's your best tip, sir?
To actually use Yamaha makes a really good quality care cleaner. Does a really good job. Cleans the bike up. It frees up the mud and dirt and grease.
Good
Use
stuff.
it. It
Thank
works.
you so much. How many pounds of pressure do you like to use?
Probably around 60.
60, okay.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good job. Leave your best bike washing tips down below. You got to be careful. You don't want to get into the bearings. I know one expert once told me you can do more damage washing that bike than you can riding that bike. Well, right now they're prepping the track, and I love walking around the pits and seeing what some of these mechanics, some of these teams do overnight to set up their bikes. And we know nothing, perhaps nothing, is more important than a proper suspension setup. And Travis from TBT is standing by. We're going to get his thoughts here in just a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying this ride. And let me know your best setup tips, what you like to do on Saturday night before the big race on Sunday. We see lots of tire changes. We know that's important. Let's catch up with Travis. Here's another one of the unsung heroes. This is Travis from TBT, working hard. Travis, what type of modifications are you making to suspension for this track?
Adjustment-wise, we're going a little bit quicker on the rebound because there's a lot of chop and a lot of high-speed stuff, so keep the wheel on the ground. And then this customer here blew a shock, had a problem with it during the race, and so we're gonna throw a new seal in it and fix it up for him and get him ready for tomorrow's race.
Well, thanks for the hard work. I imagine proper suspension setup here is vital, right?
Oh yeah, it's not that fun when it's 110 degrees out and you're trying to go for it, and it's really not fun when your suspension doesn't work for you.
Thanks so much.
A beautiful evening, so it seemed. This is when the night took a drastic turn.
Whoa, 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 oh my God, back, back, back. Oh my dears. This is terrible.
Everybody in this back alley, get out.
God damn. Oh my God, guys.
Clear the road.
God. Oh my God, guys. NGPC event, Ridgecrest, California. Somebody's motorhome completely engulfed in flames. Oh my Lord. This is not what we expected at all, guys. We just walked from there to have some barbecue over here, and then somebody said, oh my gosh, there's a fire. Right now, first responders on the scene, putting this out, trying to contain this, and we're just hoping everybody's okay at this point. Oh my gosh, guys. Trying to contain this massive fire right now. This is right outside of the AMA National Grand Prix Championship Series race. The pits are packed. And this particular trailer is right on the midway where a lot of the vendors are, a lot of the sponsors are. And just as the sun was setting here this evening, we heard somebody yell fire. And it did not take long for this entire setup to go up in flames. Crew's working hard to contain it. And everybody with tons of race fuel here at this Grand Prix National Championship Series. Here's a look at the aftermath, guys. Simi Valley Yamaha, this was their pit area. We're hearing no injuries, though. I've heard that from multiple sources, and that is a wonderful thing. A little bit of a close call, it sounds like, with the story involving this pickup truck right here. The ignition was on. That's why they had to cut open the hood to turn this truck off. The reason it was off, somebody was trying to drive it out of there, panicking at the last minute, but unable to complete the task. It got too hot. They had to bail out and run for it, which was the right move. We were told there were some people sleeping in the trailer. They were able to wake them up, get them out of there, and a great job by first responders here tonight. We've talked to a few people standing by, and what we're told is that it was a propane fire that originated from a barbecue grill out of control, and perhaps the propane tank blew. That's what a few of the bystanders had told us here. And people were able to get out of the way just in the nick of time. A major benefit in this situation is having watering trucks nearby. That's for the motocross track, because think about it, how many other situations, how many other places in California, a very, very dry state that has not seen much precipitation since the spring, are you gonna have a watering truck outside of an agricultural event? You're not going to see that very often, but the watering trucks helped immensely, and crews were here in a very timely fashion. And right now we just pray for all those affected. Hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment damage, but that's not what's most important here this evening. Look, this table even got crispy.
He was next to me trying to put it out with his thing. Yeah. He said, fuck that, I'm out of here.
Major shout out to the first responders. So you guys, thank God you guys are okay. You said you were there when it started?
Yeah, I was there when it started.
What was it? Was it a barbecue grill?
Yeah.
What happened? What'd you see?
The propane caught on fire, and then it caught the truck on fire, and then the camper.
Oh my God, and everybody just went scrambling after that?
Yeah.
I think we have to wait till the fire department.
Guys, thank goodness we're hearing everybody okay. You guys are right here, right across the street. What happened? What'd you see?
This guy had his grill right across the right on his overhang under his fifth wheel. Grill caught on fire. Once the grill caught on fire, cut the propane tank, started spewing out, and then torched his trailer. And unfortunately, the winds had a good momentum and just started torching everything right down the lane. Yeah.
Now it seemed to me the watering trucks were here really quick. I don't know who called for them, but an ingenious idea, right?
Yeah. So they had on the radio their walkie still on, and they called the water trucks, but once it started moving, the water trucks really couldn't do anything once the fire department got here.
Oh gosh.
And the good thing with having the fire departments being in such a rural area, there's no hydrants in the area to connect to. You'd have to do like a massive hose lay to get it up here. So.
Well, they did. That was a quick response time, wasn't it?
And everyone's safe, so.
It was like 5 minutes.
How nervous were you guys being right here? Was there a thought that you guys were going to pack up and drive out of here?
Yeah, we're up there, but our friends are right here, and we were going to pack everyone. We were just moving gas cans and propane tanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were your friends thinking about moving this motor home?
Yeah, they were thinking.
Thank God everybody's okay, guys.
A little too close for comfort.
Yeah, amen, amen. I'm glad you guys are okay. Taking a look at the investigation right now. Well, sir, just so I have this right, you're saying everybody okay, right?
Everybody's okay, people-wise.
And almost a close call with a human and a dog, right?
Yes.
What happened there again? Can you tell me?
We were sitting behind the trailer, or the trailer with the, you see the box in the back. We were all sitting on those chairs, and all of a sudden we could hear a poof, like an explosion of fire, and we could see fire under all the stuff. I ran around there and saw the tank, the propane tank on the barbecue of the trailer on the left was shooting flames out. They were trying to shoot a fire. I go, propane, you ain't getting that out. By the time I could realize that tank exploded and set my cousin's trailer on fire, I ran to my brother's trailer, and my friend and his dog was in there. I go, Jeff, you probably should get out. And I'll be damned, he stayed in there, and all of a sudden the wind just went poof, and all the tanks started exploding.
Oh my God.
And they got him out, broke a window, got the dog out, and Jeff out.
But it was closed. We had to break a window to get him out, right?
Yes. They got Jeff on the right side, and he hurt his arm trying to get out, but they got him out, because he would have never made it out the door that was burning.
Thank God you guys were there, guys. That's a good ending. Just spoke to law enforcement moments ago, and they confirmed the best news of the night. No injuries. No injuries. Thank God. Definitely some tense moments here. All sources telling us no injuries. That is a godsend. That is what is most important. And guys, this could have been a lot worse. So kudos to all the first responders. The Kern County Fire Department was here within minutes, and they were able to contain this. If you've ever been to a race like this, and this one is packed, you know that they put the vehicles, the trailers, as close together as possible. That's what they often have to do to get everybody in. Well, when a fire like this starts, you can just imagine how quickly that could have spread and how devastating that could be. As for me, as for my personal experience, I was pitted right next to Mark Tilley. He's got a 40-foot dirt bike motorhome. It's beautiful, works for Dirt Bike Magazine. I thought at first we were done. I thought it was his motorhome, my rental car. When I realized that wasn't the case, I sprinted down to see what I could do. He had already moved the motorhome. I jumped in the rental car. As soon as I jumped in the rental car that was about 40 yards back, there was an explosion. Piece of debris came up and hit the car. Thankfully, everybody okay though from what we're hearing. And just another vivid reminder to always be so careful and to always appreciate every single moment, because you never know when one of those beautiful California violet sunset nights can turn to this. Thank you, first responders. Guys, keep the prayers coming, and I do believe there may be a GoFundMe eventually set up for those affected. Horrible night at the races, but the godsend is no injuries. Oh my gosh, guys, here's the aftermath the next day. Truly unbelievable, so thankful. Nobody was injured, and they will race today. This race will go on. Look at this right here, guys. Wow, this grill made it, thank goodness. Hey, there's the big #1 of Dante Oliveira, hardest working team out here. Bobby Dawson is ready to go. They raced at Washougal yesterday, took a first, and then hustled up and got down here. As for Dante, he's won every race except one, trying to keep it going. Dante got bit by the injury bug too. Unfortunately, broke his collarbone when he collided with Malcolm Stewart in Washougal at the Pro National earlier this year. Big shout out to Ava, oil going in. Ava, how you feeling?
Pretty good. Had a different series I had to race yesterday up in Washougal, Washington. So caught a flight after that around 4:30 p.m. yesterday. Got to Ridgecrest about 10:30 p.m. last night. So did unclassified this morning, and pretty similar to the course it's been the last 2 years here. So no surprise on that, but you know, we'll see where we stand. Long weekend, but you know, we're up for the fight, so see what we've got to do and got to do what we got to do.
Great job. How'd you do it with Washougal?
I won. So
congratulations.
Gotta try to carry that momentum over here.
Some fresh filter oil. Perfect. Good luck today. Good. What changes to this factory beta over the break, or what have you done to try to close the gap here and win it all?
Oh, just focused on just some endurance stuff and just some off-the-bike training during the summer and stayed consistently riding, and that's about it. No real big changes to the bike. I'm really comfortable with it, and yeah, just ready to get this thing going, man.
Very cool. What's the strategy today in Ridgecrest? Seems like a pretty rough track.
Get a start and go. Get a start and go. That's all. That's the only strategy I have. Get a start, get some clear vision out front, and win this thing.
Wish you all the best, guys. Derek Demartile, he's got a big opportunity. The factory beta team looking to get on top of the podium here in Ridgecrest, California. Our pro competitors, guys, before we do that, one more time, everybody in attendance, can we hear it for the police and the first responders welcoming all of our riders here today? Thank you guys so much for keeping us safe. Now, let's turn our attention to Pro. A young man who's one of the hottest riders in the world, has absolutely dominated the first half of this season. Coming off an injury in June, he's toughing it out. Won at Washougal yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, your point leader, your four-time defending champion, Dante Oliveira. And in hot pursuit of Dante, one of the hardest workers in this series. He's been riding 4 times a day on the Liquid Moly Beta Factory Racing Engine Machine. Let's hear it for Dare Demartile. He ran Washougal less than 24 hours ago and won. But boy, what a long day of travel. They hopped the plane from Portland to Ontario, drove up here. I know his fitness is not in question, but surely maybe feeling a little fatigued.
Yeah, definitely, and he had that injury, that collarbone injury. This track, out of all the tracks, is going to beat the rider up. This track is going to give the rider abuse because you can't set up a bike for the entire track. The first section they're going to go into is going to be really fast. It'll probably be prepped, but it'll be high-speed chop, and it's going to test these riders, both Mason and Dante. If they can survive it, they're gonna be on another level. So the bikes are going quiet now, and we're waiting for this dead engine start to get going.
Yeah, remember, guys, if you're new to this series, a lot different than motocross. No gate drop. They must shut off the engines, and when that light turns green, they have to start the bike and go. And that is moments away here from starting round number 7 in Ridgecrest, California. 3 more events to go before we crown a champion, and one of them is about to go off right now. It's a hot day for racing, a little bit hotter than we expected here in late September, and that's just another adverse condition that these riders are going to have to muscle through. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round number 7 of the National Championship Grand Prix Series is off. Who's going to get the Holeshot? Keep an eye on that Beta KTM battle. Dare Demartile trying to get the start on Dante. Did he get it? Who's coming around the first turn? The summer break adds so much intrigue. It adds so much unknown. I mean, imagine the NFL or NBA or MLB takes a 4-month break right in the middle of the season. I think it gives individuals an opportunity to assess, reevaluate, watch the tape, get the bike on point, maybe adjust their training. And when you see somebody like Kai Aiello come out, when you see somebody like Dare Demartile come out with a head of steam out of that break, You got to believe it's attributed to their hard work or whatever changes they may have done, whatever coaches or mentors they may have consulted over these last 4 months. Certainly that hard work is paying off. 10+ miles of fury. That's what it is here today in Ridgecrest, California. Longest lap times of the season for NGPC, and soon our leader should emerge. I wonder what Dare's father wrote on that pit board.
Oh, and that's Dare right there.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
We caught up with Dare. He's in the in section of the motocross, so he's got a few more turns on that motocross section, and it looks like he's just out for a Sunday cruise.
No stranger to success.
Coming
Look at those crazy obstacles, too. I can't get over that part.
That gives us a little bit of idea of how that is. So Dare should be coming over right there. You know he's loving it right now. He's not even thinking about doubling that stuff. He's just riding, just kind of hanging out, and here he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner today from Ridgecrest, California on the Factory Beta, the two-time Works champion, about to be a winner here in Ridgecrest. Let's hear it for the one and only Dare Demartile on the Beta 480RR. What a boffo performance by him. Team Green, Kawasaki. Wow, and you want to talk about pop your popcorn the next few races. What a season-ending battle between Eck and Simmons that we could see. Ladies and gentlemen, crossing the finish line on the Kawasaki, the Cowboy, Colton Eck, your winner in Pro 2. Congratulations to him.
Well, and that's another racing family. The Racer's Edge, Jason at the Racer's Edge, I believe is his uncle.
Guys, there is it, your big winner today, Dare Demartile. He got it done. Congratulations to him. Awesome. And it will be a battle. Will be a showdown between KTM and Beta. The end of the season, it's going to be intense. We've got huge news in the motorcycle world because we got to say congratulations to Dare Demartile. First NGPC win, and you do it on the Factory Beta 480RR. First race after the summer break. Dare, how did you get this done?
Man, just a lot of hard work on the off season, and a lot of racing, a lot of practice racing, a lot of time on the bike, and just keeping it on two wheels. So I was happy to able to secure this. I mean, it's only took me 3 years, so it's been a long time coming. So I'm pumped. I'm just happy to secure it and stay on two wheels and finish the series off strong.
This track threw a little bit of something just for everybody out there. There was a paved section, there was a loamy section.
Yeah.
I mean, how did your bike perform in all these variable conditions?
Awesome. This bike is made for this type of racing, I feel like. So it works well in all these types of conditions. This was a very long track also. I think it was around 13-14 minute lap time, so that makes it nice because we don't do about 25 laps in an hour and a half. We actually can get some decent laps in and have a long course, and it was good. So overall the bike was awesome. I wouldn't have changed a thing about it, and yeah, I'm happy, man.
Dare, I know all the boys back at Factory Beta, Carlin, Rodney, all of them been working so hard. Yeah. You feel like you just made a statement that this 480RR is here to play and it can compete with anybody.
Yeah, I was happy to get that and get it done for the boys back at back at the headquarters, and it feels good. I've just been really putting my head down and taking it serious, so I'm excited to keep the ball rolling for the rest of the season.
I love it. Factory Beta is such a huge name. And Dare, final question for you. Come out here with your father, and he is just glowing right now, smiling ear to ear.
Yeah.
When you see what this means to him, to watch his son get his first NGPC win, to do it as a father-son combo, what's this mean to you?
It means a lot, man. I mean, and now that I'm older, I've realized, he gave up a lot of money and time, man. I mean, there was a time back in the day where he was riding and he had his own kind of riding career for fun, but he took it serious as well. And then, there was a time where he gave up a lot of riding with his friends and everything to take me to teach me how to ride and in the woods and stuff where I was learning how to ride up in Stony Ford, where my family has property at. So it feels good to be able to kind of repay him and show him that, I'm very serious about this and do it as a team together, because he gave up a lot of money and a lot of time for me to become the rider I am today. I didn't really have a trainer growing up or anything, so he was the man that kind of made me who I am. So it's really awesome to do it with him as a team.
You got a great team, great bike, and certainly more than anything, a great father. There he is, guys. One proud papa. Congratulations to Team
Demartile getting it done. Congratulations. You guys enjoy this. Factory Beta taking a big win today at NGPC. 2 more rounds left to go. I absolutely love it. Gosh, what a wild weekend it was here in Ridgecrest. Thank goodness everybody's okay with that terrible fire that we saw last night, but all is well that ends well. Great racing. Great job by the first responders. And guys, this is what we do on this channel. Well, here's what we want to see, guys. How about that rider walking off under his own power? That is a blessing after the scare. Biggest dirt drag race of the year. We got a lot to see. Buckle up. Let's go. Hey, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Diamond of Dirt Tracks, Northeast Louisiana Sand Drags, Dirt Tracks. This place is amazing. Jeff Gio built this with a labor of love. He set out to build the finest, most impressive track and build the world's biggest event. It is the Cajun Nationals, and this place is packed. We're gonna see some of these awesome machines. You never know what you're gonna see. A lot of Frankensteins, a lot of ingenuity. Don Garlitz would love this because we're seeing snowmobile engines. We're seeing 2 cylinders turn into 3 cylinders with some of these Banshee 2-strokes. People taking 3-cylinder snowmobiles and making them 4 cylinders. There is so many cool things to see out here. Let's see some racing. And we begin with 2 lovely ladies. There's a lot of girl power out here. Watch out, guys. Oh, who doesn't love that sound? A quick wheelie bar adjustment will get them up to optimum operating temperature, and then we will blast them off. Take a look at these things. Not a whole lot of extra weight on these 300-foot missiles. They are a handful. Here we go. I want to know if you would do this in the comments. And we are gone. Misty goes 354. She gets there first. Nice job. 85 miles an hour.
Got Dune toys.
In just a few moments, we're going to take a look at some sand drag racing gone wrong. But first, there's a drivers' meeting underway. Let's find out more about this great race and this great sport from the man who created it, the one and only Jeff Gio.
I appreciate all of our sponsors.
Always a pleasure to be joined with my man Jeff Gio, the fearless pilot of the Wild Thing Top Fuel trike. We covered that last year. You were absolutely nuts. And this year we got a new monster in the stable, a Z1. Not the classic Kawasaki Z1, the snowmobile Z1. Tell me about this amazing build.
Well, it's a snowmobile engine, and the nitro bike, honestly, it's expensive to run and hard to get ready between rounds, and I like racing, Jack.
Very cool.
So we bought a motor, and at my in-laws, K&T Performance, put the motor together for me and a turbo set up, and I had the Bennett brothers, Dan and Nick, do the chassis and do the axle and stuff. Got some friends that done some work on the axle bearings and cut the plates and stuff. So it's took more than just 2 or 3 people to put it together, but it's been working on it since last November.
You had some stout passes because in just your second pass last night, you were flying. How pleased are you with the progress of this?
We stepped up, starting slow, running everything fat, trying to make sure that we're real safe and don't want to run it lean and hurt anything. We picked up 2 tenths every pass and hoping to get to some high 2s before the end of the week, but that's not promised yet. That's still a long way to go.
What number would make you happy here today?
A good 310 would make me happy for the first weekend out.
That's moving. Let's see what this Cajun wild man can do on this one. And here comes Jeff Gio. This is his track. He's the owner. Brand new C1 snowmobile build. Top of the line, everything. Jeff knows how to... Jeff lets out the throttle, still goes at 341, 75 miles an hour. In the other lane, a 359, 88 miles an hour. Not bad for the 4th ever pass on that machine. How about it? Jeff Gio, he is a bad bad man. Now you're pulling double duty with this amazing 4-cylinder 2-stroke that'll be tearing up the sand. Tell me about this thing.
We've had that Mark Herrick built that bike. I'm gonna say probably 2003, and I bought it from him in 04 and didn't know him from anybody, and he's just like a brother to me. Him and Pee Wee comes and helped me at all the races, and they helped me with the nitro bike. Without them, I couldn't run the nitro bike. And but now the snowmobile is started out as a Skidoo, a 3-cylinder Skidoo, and they got some billet cases and machine a 4-cylinder out of it, and we run the fastest we've ever been on. It's 312 at 104 with me, and I'm 180 pounds. But no, we've been fighting. We put a new clutch on it. We got a new clutch set up for it, and when you on a CVT, when you put a new clutch, you're starting over from scratch. It's not like a simple sprocket change. It's just a whole nother animal to fight every time you do something.
How would you describe what it feels like to make a pass on one of these things to the average person out there that's maybe been on a snowmobile or a motorcycle? How does this compare?
You know, I've rode snowmobiles, not drag racing, but you know, just on trails and up in the mountains. But as far as what I know about snowmobile stuff, they got some pretty good 60 foots. It's a little different. You know, you have to worry about staying in, you can call it the groove if you want to. Because you're going to fight hard spots and soft spots on the track no matter how you prep it. So we have to walk the track and look at it. It's just a different animal. It's fun though. I guess if you like, I'll race a lawnmower with you, Jack, if you want to.
I love it. I know you love racing because this event is your brainchild. This diamond of dirt tracks, diamond of sand tracks is all yours. This event, it's the biggest of the year. The Northeast Louisiana Sand Drag. Right here, it's the Cajun Nationals, Gilbert, Louisiana. We're thinking a record-breaking turnout. How would you assess the way this event has grown and how it just continues to gain popularity?
Well, you know, it varies from year to year, and I think the economy has got a lot to do with that, and I know you see that in NHRA stuff also, but I don't know. We know we work hard and try to prep the track right. We try to keep everybody in line. We don't show favoritism even to me. My wife's disqualified me just like she will somebody else. You know, we get Frank here. Frank used to work at Portatree, and he's Mr. MacGyver. Can fix anything that pretty much goes wrong. But no, I can't tell you exactly, Jack, what we're doing to make it grow. It's just the sport is growing.
It's a labor of love and it's an awesome track. Jeff, thank you so much for what you do. Keep it safe. As always, stay away from that gator out there in that pond. I think he's looking out for you though.
That's right.
Jeff and his team like to go fast, and they know better than anybody that with extreme speed comes some serious risk. And we had a very uneasy moment. This was one of 3 incidents. This was a young lady from Canada, Valerie Gratton-Beauchamp, as medical professionals tended to her and made sure she was okay. The good news is she would escape with only bumps and bruises, and we were able to catch up with her a couple days later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for all the prayers for our friend from Canada, Valerie Gratton-Beauchamp. Valerie, I'm so glad you are okay. You had a nasty get-off a couple nights ago. Yeah. Tell me what happened.
Well, actually, I went at around 150 feet or 200 feet, so I corrected the bike, and it probably went into the smooth part of the track. So I jumped out of the bike that way, like rolled over me that way. So I was going about 90 miles per hour or so.
So glad you're okay. Where from Canada? Where are you at from?
Montreal. Area, yeah.
How many hours drive back?
27.
27 hours. Well, take some good ibuprofen and get checked out. And I am just so glad you're okay. Guys in the comments, wish her well. She's one tough lady.
Speaking of tough ladies, here's another one you have to meet. Multi-time champion.
Well, a lot of diversity out here amongst riders, and watch out for some of the fast females. Misty is one of them. Misty, congratulations, guys. 30 national records you have?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you have done it all. Well, I love your team, Bennett Racing, because you never know what you're going to see under this tent. We have so many different combinations. I even see a Hayabusa under there.
Hayabusa.
Tell me a little bit about what we have and what you ride.
So I ride 3 out of the 4 that are sitting right here. I ride a 650 nitrous bike, which I co-own with Eric Eschbach, and I ride the 525 twin cylinder limited class. And then this is the 4-cylinder laydown snowmo. It's a 1640cc, they tell me.
What a hobby. What are your friends? What do some of your colleagues, some of the ladies think about what you're doing out here?
They think I'm crazy, but they also think it's pretty cool. Because my day job is a manager.
Manager of
salespeople.
How about that? Okay,
Yeah.
but well, that must help you maybe get some sponsors. You probably are very trained in that technique.
I am.
Very good. Good for you. Now, speaking of technique, one thing I noticed is you remind me of motocross drag bike racer. I saw you digging in on the balls of your feet on the pegs. Does that really help you control these bikes?
It does, yeah. I try to ride with my legs more than my arms. Keeps me on the bike.
Very smart.
Lots of saves that way. But yes, I've done a lot of different kinds of racing. Been around racing my whole life. My dad was a street racer back in the day, drag racing. We did three-wheelers when I was a kid, and just anything that had a motor, we always were riding every week.
Well, we wish you all the best day. Keep it safe. Keep her on two wheels. She's awesome. She's fast. We're going to see Misty make a pass coming up, and this is a busy week for her. This is the biggest dirt drag race of the year. Many people plan their vacations all year long around this one, and here we go. It's Misty's time to shine. Let's see how quick she can go. Pulling triple duty here this weekend. Gone. And we are gone. Misty goes 354. She gets there first. Nice job. 85 miles an hour. Unfortunately, moments later, we would see another scary incident as David Turner took a hard left turn towards the wall. Right now, if you could please join me in sending thoughts and prayers to Gilbert, Louisiana, as we had an unfortunate crash here moments ago, and they have called for a helicopter as very gracious onlookers have brought the tarp over to keep this rider out of the sun. We have medical professionals standing by, and right now we are just hoping for the best. Everybody waiting for some positive news here. And here comes the life flight at the Northeast Louisiana Sand Drags, Gilbert, Louisiana. We want to thank all the first responders, the entire medical team. They brought in the helicopter, and they are going to take our injured rider to the place that he needs to go and get him the care that he needs. We appreciate everybody out there sending thoughts and prayers. There was an incident here in the left lane. Definitely some uneasy moments here as we make sure that rider is okay. Not what we wanted to see. Some eyewitnesses told me that the rider was awake, alert, and conscious when loading into the ambulance, and that is a wonderful thing. So let's just keep our thoughts and prayers and hope that this life flight takes this rider to get the best possible care, and that's what I think is going to happen. And the update here is not the one that we wanted because David Turner has a long battle in front of him. Thank goodness he survived this, but he's got a long way to go in terms of recovering, so please keep those thoughts and prayers going. What was even crazier is what happened on the very next pass. Well, guys, you wouldn't believe this. We just had the life flight leave. First pair down the track. We have another incident. We need some more prayers, guys, please. It has been a rough day here at the Northeast Louisiana Sand Drags. Please keep those prayers coming. Well, here's what we want to see, guys. How about that rider walking off under his own power? That is a blessing after the scare that we have had here today. My goodness, big thanks to the safety team right on top of this one. Let's hope we're safe from here on out. So happy this rider is okay here at the Northeast Louisiana Sand Drags. We still have one that we're going to have to update John, who went to the hospital on a life flight. But oddly enough, this was the first pair out after that life flight. This rider is up, walking around, and that's what's important. Great job, first responders. And again, this is why you never want to drag race in the streets. Do it here where there's safety personnel and people watching over you so you're safe as possible. Now that we know everybody's okay in that one, let's check out some more wild machines. Look at the sprocket on that thing. Wow. 84 tooth sprocket with a 630 chain. Wow. What type of fuel is that, Misty?
Methanol.
Ooh, the methanol. Check out this power plant motorcycle, man. There it is. Yeah, we got two strokes in the background. This one's not going to sound like a two-stroke. This is the legendary Suzuki Hayabusa. Oh yeah, with an MTC Gen 2 clutch. We're starting to see some breakage, some carnage out here. Unfortunately, that is apt to happen. Check this out, guys. Every 3 passes, they prep the track with this till and this roller. Don't get your foot caught in that. Watch out. But look, it makes it look like a pool table. Smooth as silk, and that will help those ETs. 300 feet is the length of your race course, and boy, some of these vehicles are just so unbelievably fast. What the heck is this thing? Look at this. A lot of people have been asking about this machine. You never know what you're gonna see. Jade much more. The one-seater. What in the world? Fancy alongside him, thumbs up. This is crazy. We gotta stand back, we're gonna get roosted. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. 92 miles an hour, 344. Got a little roost. That's okay, that's apt to happen. Small price to pay for entertaining you here on this outlet. Tell me more about that. I know some of you guys recognize the build. That thing is crazy. When it comes to sand drags, the Yamaha Banshee is like the small block Chevy. It is the power plant of choice for many. Kind of like the Hayabusa in motorcycle drag racing. This pair gets ready to go. Gets their first 355, 85 miles an hour. What a thrill. What a rush. And here comes the track prep crew once again. Like I said, guys, every 3 passes, you know, in drag racing, we talk about how annoying it can be, how tedious it can be when there's an oil down, the crew has to come out. They really have to put in a lot of work to make these events happen. But this is what it takes for record-setting performances. I think it's awesome. Let me know your thoughts on sand drag racing, dirt drag racing, down below. What do you think? And this year, Jeff Keogh has stepped it up. He's got not 1, but 2 of these big, massive machines to get us through this event as quick as we can. Oh, and here comes the side-by-side. We do see some side-by-sides match up against the 3-wheelers here. You never know what you're going to see. It's total insanity. Goodness. Well, I don't know what happened over here in the other lane, but I'm glad they didn't go down the track at the same time. That was crazy. We got to see that again. Hey, might need a wheelie bar. Yeah, I think they got some power. Attention, turbo side by side. You are clear for takeoff. Wow. What a beast. Don't want to get in any deep ruts with a lot of these rigid chassis. That's why they prep the track so often. Here we go, guys. Last to stage, right lane. We're off. What a race. Gone. Wind light coming on right side. 80 miles an hour, 367. Some of them run with body work. Some of them don't. You see so much diversity out here. And these teams are from all over. Ladies and gentlemen, all over Canada, Puerto Rico, all over the United States. Uh-oh, we got a problem over here. They're backing it up. Or maybe they're looking for the perfect spot to line it up. They want to stay out of the big divot. I love the sound of those 2 strokes. I love it. And take a look, so much diversity out here. I want to know in the comments, what would you build? What would you like to see as an ultimate dirt drag weapon? Here we go, Vortex Flash, we're off with another great race. What a race as the dust clears. Give it to the left side. Left side, 357, 88 miles an hour. Nice pass, nice pass. Everything go okay for you? Oh, we just went a little left.
That's okay. That happens.
That's right.
These things are hard to control sometimes, huh?
Absolutely.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, man.
Well, guys, that was just a small taste of what's here. Make sure you check out some of our live coverage on Cycle Drag Facebook. Also, right here, Cycle Drag YouTube. Is this crazy or what? These pits are packed. This place is awesome. What an event.
And if this looks cool to you, please do me a favor. Get here and see one of these things live. They do this every October. I promise you this, you'll make some new friends and you'll leave here smelling like two-stroke fumes. And if you're like me, that's a good thing. Here we go. We are off again. Bar to bar. What a race.
Top end of the racetrack. Give it to the right side. Covers 300 feet in 3.57 seconds, 86 miles an hour. Congratulations. Whoa, what a race. Congratulations, Team Puerto Rico. They are bringing it. Is this event awesome or what? This is just a small sample, guys. If you like what we do, if you like that we travel the world to bring you the best of the best, make sure you smash subscribe. You're always invited along with me. It's KTM versus Beta. Which motorcycle is better? We've got a lot to talk about. Stay with us from Shorty Sports Complex in Blythe, California. Let's go.
Make sure that it's much more consistent for the race. We'll have a hands-on. In addition, between the first and second row.
Prepping this gas, getting it ready to go. Looks like a new throttle assembly coming on, perhaps.
Here's a quick look at the racers of tomorrow.
Shout out to the racers of tomorrow. Some more attention to the throttle over here. And if you wonder why we're seeing everybody change grips, that's because there's so much sand in this track. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Dirt bike fans, stay with us because what we're talking about today is the crazy battle between all the manufacturers, but more specifically, KTM and Beta. If you watched our last video, you knew that Demartile scored a historic win for factory Beta. Well, now Dante Oliveira is out for redemption. Take a look at this beautiful track, by the way. It's a motocross track, it's desert, it's Blythe, California, and it is awesome. Let's check in with the players here. We're seeing some tire changes over here for Team Husky, throwing a new skin on. And here is the one of four-time defending series champion Dante Oliveira, trying to make it 5 in a row. He could clinch today. Team KTM getting ready. Josh Zopelt prepping the bike for Mateo. Good luck to these guys. Dante's bike all ready to go. He's out on a cycle right now getting warm. Always a pleasure to be joined with this man because if you watched our last video, Demartile, we have affectionately dubbed you the KTM Killer because of a very, very impressive win last round at Ridgecrest. You've also won a championship since the last time we saw you, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I gotta ask you, a lot of people talking about this Beta. We know KTM's such a well-established brand. Beta really showing that they're right there. What is it about this bike that you love, that you think are the key selling factors of this motorcycle?
I would just say the whole bike in general is just a whole different type of motorcycle than all the other brands, and the newer suspension on it, the KYB front and rear, has been a huge upgrade for what they did for this year, and everything else that comes along with it. We have a lot of aftermarket parts on this bike for racing and stuff like that. So like the Recluse clutch and just the whole package together with this bike is it's really great for this racing and what we do. There's a lot of different features about this bike that we've been over. It's the seat, quick disconnect on the seat. I mean, electric start, they all have that. I mean, it's got basically all the bells and whistles for it to be competitive with other brands. So yeah, it's a great overall motorcycle. We have a lot of great sponsors that sponsor the team and help us with product, like Fastway foot pegs. I mean, and just everything else in general. Pirelli tires. I mean, it's just we have a good group of people that are with us that are making this bike really competitive. And then, of course, it's not all about the bike. It's about the rider as well. And you got to put it up front and do that. A lot of these bikes are just so competitive now and so close that it takes a lot out on the rider to put it up front. So
my question is, I come from the East Coast. I come from the wood scene. You go out there, you see a whole lot of orange, right?
Yeah.
If you keep up with this success, and Beta continues to succeed in Supercross and these other forms of racing. Do you think there's going to be a day where we see just as many Betas out there as we do KTMs?
Yeah, for sure. No, definitely. There's definitely a, I think with me putting this bike out here in the off-road, the West Coast off-road scene, and we do have some guys on the East Coast that are doing well. And I think that, over time, this brand is going to evolve into something bigger and better possibly than KTM or the other brands. They're a great off-road bike, and then we also have our new motocross, our 450 RX that's out too, that is going to be, that they debuted last year in Supercross, and then I think we're going to do a little Supercross, little outdoor stuff. So it'll be cool to see the 450 and, just have all the bikes out there. So yeah.
Very cool. Last question for you as it pertains to today. You're kind of playing with house money because you've already won a championship in a different series. You come in here, Dante Oliveira had a very, very hot start to the season. So if he finishes 4th, he locks it up. There's a lot that's out of your control. What's in your control is you can go win this race.
Yeah.
What is your mindset as a competitor when you enter a situation like this?
I just take it race by race. I'm going to go out there and win and do the best that I can. And there's 2 races left of this series, and I really want to end it on a good note and end up on top. So I'm just going to put my head down, and we're going to win this race here this weekend, hopefully, and then kill it in the last round in Havasu and end the year off on a good note. And then, yeah, we got a short break from November 8th till into January is when we fire back up. So it's going to be very quick. So I'm excited just to get this season over with and come back into next year swinging. So
good luck to you, Dare
Thank
Demartile and Factory Beta. Keep an eye on them. But here is the orange rider that no one has had an answer for the past 5 years. Always great to be joined with the man of the hour, Dante Oliveira. Dante, so great to see you. He is in command of the points lead, fresh off of his appearance at 6 days. Congratulations. Didn't go exactly how you wanted, but I mean, representing America with class as always and with talent. Tell me a little bit about how it went over there.
Yeah, it was awesome. Sure, didn't finish anywhere near where I wanted to finish, but it's always a great experience. Repping the American flag on your back is awesome, and yeah, went out there, gave it my best effort, and came up very short. But sometimes that's how it goes. You go for the triple, go for the quad in case of triple. So that's what happened. But I learned a bunch, and I'm ready for next year. So
well, you did a great job this season, and taking us back to the Washougal motocross incident where you collided with Malcolm Stewart. Still nursing that injury. How is that injury right now?
The injury is good, actually. Healed up really nicely. It was a little rough the first couple weeks, but yeah, I'm stronger than ever right now, so that's nice. And shout out to the doctor team. They did a great job bolting me together straight and nicely and sturdy. So yeah, we're good. And all 6 days it wasn't even in the back of my head, so that was nice. So it's always good to have an injury just brush off like that.
Have you made any changes to the motorcycle to compensate for that injury? Is there anything that your mechanic can do to make it a little more comfortable for you?
No, I'm just, we got back in the gym, got strong. Sure, the first couple rides back on the 450 Ridgecrest, it kicked my butt, but yeah, I'm comfy on it again. We went back to what I ran at Fox for the Grand Prix, so I'm liking the way the bike's set up right now. I got my MX 14 on, FMF horsepower putting down, so yeah, I'm excited to be out here at Blythe. It's one of my favorite rounds, and it's just an epic sand track.
Big competition amongst the manufacturers too. What do you think it is that separates this KTM? What do you really love about this orange bike?
The team we have behind us. Everybody in the shop wants to win, and that's what we shoot for, is winning every time. So the effort from everybody is there, and it's just the whole team wants to win, so everybody's jumping in and doing a great job making sure everything's flawless. So just the whole aspect of coming in and I just get to race my dirt bike is huge.
I love it, man. Last thing I want to sneak in, we're going to see you do any more GNCCs. That was pretty impressive when you went out east and showed those boys what was up.
I'd like to get another one, so I got Camp Coker. Maybe we'll get a West Virginia round in or something like that. It's going to take a lot of work, but I'm up for it.
Good luck to you today. We'll see if you can win it all on this KTM. And great to be joined with Dare's mechanic, aka Dad, Brody Demartile. Great to see you. Congratulations on that history-making performance last month that everybody can check out on this channel. Now, I know you have done a lot in the motorcycle world. You've worked on a lot of bikes. What's your impression of this Beta? How's it different?
It's different in the fact that it's made in Italy, so it's obviously different than the Japanese brands. But I do like the fact that they use KYB suspension on it and Nissan brakes. And it uses a Brembo clutch, slave cylinder. Got some real good components on it. And like all the aftermarket parts that you see on our bike, you can buy at Beta USA or at your local dealer. Everything we run, you can buy, or you can buy a bike and have it built at Beta. A lot of nice things like that you can do. You can even have the suspension done at Beta, factory suspension at Beta get done. Same stuff that we have, you can have it done. Otherwise, no, it's got great components, great suspension, great brakes. Got billet top triple clamps and stuff. Really comes with really nice components. And we got great sponsors like Maico Metals and Regina Chains and Pirelli tires and stuff like that we have that you can still purchase too. So it's been a great bike. It's been holding up really good this year. No problems really, so can't complain.
Great bike, great team. In our last video, Dare talked about how much it meant to do this with you. He said when he was coming up, you sacrificed a lot. You sacrificed a lot of money, a lot of time to put him where he is. For him to show that appreciation and for you guys to make these historic milestones as a father-son team, how special is it?
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's we've done it before in 2018. I did the whole outdoor series with Dare, and did it as a privateer, and we had a good time. We've done this before. This is just me stepping back in the shoes. It's not really a big deal to me. Yeah, I own my own business, so that's kind of on hold right now a little bit, but it's been going fine. Just busy, just real busy with practice bikes and race bikes and keeping everything together and keeping everything maintained, and couldn't do it without the whole team because they have to support me and with the engines and suspension and all the stuff that we need to keep this bike going underneath there. So
good luck to you guys today. It's always fun to watch. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Factory Beta.
All right.
Bobby Dawson is the man who turns wrenches for Dante, and boy, these two have proven to be quite the duo together.
It is a big weekend for this man over here, Bobby Dawson. I call him Hollywood. Look at that hair. I thought I had good hair. Best hair in the business. Chief mechanic for Dante Oliveira. You guys got an opportunity to wrap this series up this weekend. What's the mindset coming into this?
The mindset is, my mind's here, but honestly, my heart's in Spain. I'm still thinking about the ISDE. We had a great time over there, so we'll see what we can do this weekend for sure. I think we can wrap it up, not a problem.
Well, you bring up an interesting point. I don't know if anybody's doing more events than your team. How are you keeping up with this? Last race, you guys were up in Washougal. You got on an airplane. You got down here just in time to race. For you to be able to prep these motorcycles, keep your rider on point, how are you able to keep your focus when you're doing so many different things?
It's a lot of notes and a lot of communication with Dante. I sit in his hotel room, you know, after races and stuff like that. We go over stuff. We'll sit in the sprinter here and go over, you know, suspension, that kind of stuff, and just kind of get an idea, you know, depending on the track, depending where we are, and see what we can do with the bike setup.
Well, speaking of bike setup, you're doing a great job. We know there are so many manufacturers out here, and it's so competitive. KTM has such an incredible reputation of being one of the best out there. In your opinion, what is it about the KTM that you really love that really sets it apart?
Honestly, I never thought I'd be working on a KTM if we're really being honest. You know, I thought I was always going to be with the Japanese models and stuff like that. But honestly, after working with them and working with Dante and seeing how much punishment he can actually put on these bikes and seeing what they can withstand, KTM's definitely the way to go if you're going off-road.
Very cool. Well, we know they're tough motorcycles, and we know this weekend, tire choice,
Yeah,
ultra important, right?
big.
What tire are we going with here, Bobby?
Well, Blythe, it's a little deeper, so we're going with the MX-14. You know, I don't see any other tire to go with, and Dante loves the MX-14. He can ride it anywhere and anywhere, blue groove, rocks, whatever. So I'm really excited to see it. It'll be a good time.
Good luck to you boys. I don't know if you told Dante yet, so we're not going to say it too loud. We don't want to jinx him, but was somebody potentially buying some champagne just in case?
Maybe I ran out a little bit, you know, a little
Grape
bit
juice.
ago. Yep,
There
for
you
sure.
go. There you go. Well, good luck today.
Hey, man, thanks,
Do your
guys.
thing, man. They're trying to make history here on the KTM.
5 times, baby. Let's go. Say a chick, you know, with the girls in Spain, but, you know, what are you going to do?
You know, it is amazing. These bikes are so good from the factory, all of them. Luxuries that riders of yesteryear just could not believe. Let me know your thoughts down below. Which one do you prefer and why? Pretty amazing. We're not talking about Japanese manufacturers here in the pro category. You know, I love my Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki. Kyle would be talking about them if they're in the championship picture right now, but that's not the case right now in this series. Like the Honda boys, SLR team Honda, looking good as always. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the fastest rising stars in the world of dirt bike racing. She's known as Moto KK, Michaela Nielsen, you got an opportunity today here at round number 8 to lock up a championship. That's how dominant you've been. You know, how's this season been for you? What do you attribute your success to?
Yeah, the season's been great. We had one bad race, but other than that, it's been a lot of fun with this new team. It's been super nice having the hospitality and all that stuff. You know, last year we kind of it was just me and my dad and with the support of KTM. But yeah, definitely a really fun year for me. It's been one of my favorite years of racing. I've got to travel and experience so many different things. And yeah, so just continue with them on next year and try to do it again. But yeah, they've helped me a lot and helped me learn a bunch of things. Even the other riders have helped me benefit my type of racing and stuff. So yeah, we have a great family under here.
We always got to give a big shout out to Team Yamaha, the blue crew over here, Jack Simpson and crew ready. More attention to that grip too. Everybody changing that throttle grip out, huh? Sand wreaks havoc. Good luck, guys. Good luck. Ava Silvestri warming it up, hoping that gas is going to take the win today. Ava, could we see that elbow real quick? She's tough as nails. Ava, what happened?
Last week racing in Spain, kind of hit the pavement a little bit. Had to get a couple stitches, but we still came out as the world champs for Women's Trophy IST, so can't complain about a little busted up elbow.
Well, guys, it is all about that next generation of racers. I want to introduce you to Moto Macy. Moto Macy, you're awesome. How old are you?
10.
How long have you been racing motorcycles?
Since I was 3.
That is so awesome. Now, what type of bike do you ride?
A gas.
What do you think about that gas?
It's pretty fun.
Now, you're doing a great job. I understand you want to be just like one of your role models over here, Ava Silvestri. Ava, do you remember when you were this age?
Yeah, it was a long time ago now, but gotta start somewhere.
Well, Moto Macy, here's what we want to do. We want to try to get you some sponsors because I know you're looking for support. You've been doing a good job. What do you got to do to try to get those sponsors? Have you tried to meet with any of these people?
Well, my mom usually shouts out to them on Instagram, and sometimes they just notice me while I'm riding and ask my mom if it's okay to sponsor me.
Great job, great job. So where's the Facebook page that they can follow Moto Macy at?
Well, I don't know if I have a Facebook.
Moto Macy 26. Thank you very much. There's the marketing boss right there. Well, good luck today. What are you thinking? How are you going to finish here today?
Well, today I've already got first.
What, you won? I missed it. Congratulations.
In my girls class, and then I raced the 85 and got 4th.
All right. Well, you keep up the good work, Moto Macy. What do your friends think of you racing motorcycles?
They don't believe me.
Well, you can do it, and hey, I think you got a good role model right there with Ava, so good luck to you.
Thank you.
This is such a cool track too, guys. We got the amateurs out there right now. This place is awesome. So look at all this elevation, and you haven't seen anything yet. I'm gonna walk over here oh no, we got a bobble over there. Tough to get up the hill. This is the NGPC series. There's a moto section. There's a desert section, demanding section. Oh no, we got a log jam. We got a log jam coming up the hill. Look at this moto section. I mean, this is crazy. Some of these tabletops, people just airing it out. Shortest speed complex. Let me know if you've ever been here. It's an awesome facility. Plenty of opportunity to get some air, catch some speed. Here in California, just a few miles from the Colorado River. Over the tabletop here in white. Guys, is this a cool track or what? Right on the California border. We're just a few miles from the Colorado River, setting up for an NGPC race. And here comes some fast boys. Tons of tabletops out here. Here we go. It's gonna get rough. All right, guys, so we got the opinion of both team riders, but now it is my pleasure to introduce a very unbiased and accomplished journalist and test rider, the one and only Mark Tilley, Dirt Bike Magazine. Mark, we don't have to go too in-depth, but we're basically talking about how all these, the competition between all these manufacturers is just crazy. And we're comparing the Beta and the KTM. How would you compare the two?
You know what? It's hard to compare the two. I mean, they're almost two completely different animals when you start talking about it. The KTM is kind of a little bit wider version. The Beta is a slimmer version. KTM has a little bit more aggressive power band, where the Beta is kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but it's got a real rider-friendly kind of lag off bottom and really smooth linear power throughout. When it comes to suspension-wise, personally, I like a spring fork better than an air fork. And you know, that's in the past, there's been some stuff with like Beta coming with some Sachs suspension stuff on it and stuff like that, to where it makes it harder for the U.S. market. And we're lazy, and not a lot of suspension companies know how to work on offbeat, off-brand suspension. So I mean, even with the WP stuff, it comes on a lot of the Austrian bikes now, well, basically all of the Austrian bikes now. And even that, like, there's suspension companies that aren't really keen on the dialing in the suspension. And for me, it boils down to air fork. And I look at the air fork, and not a huge fan of the air fork. It works decent. The spring conversion, I know a lot of the off-road KTMs are coming with a spring fork now, but you know, comparing the two right now, I you would kind of say that Beta is where kind of KTM used to be. They're putting a bunch of effort into off-road and supercross and motocross, so it's really nice to see that. But when it comes down to the bikes, and they're really not similar at all. The Beta is a little bit more stretched out platform, and you can see it suits Dare style really well. The KTM a little bit more compact style. Oddly, the KTM is a little bit wider to me feeling than what the new Beta is. But the ergonomics are, you know that you're riding two different motorcycles. It's kind of like the difference between jumping on a Honda and then jumping on a KTM. Like, they're not really the same. And I think that, you know, with Beta making huge strides in making their bikes more familiar to the general public, like, it's kind of cool. It's really cool to see. And I definitely think that for a lot of people, the Beta is a viable option in the 450 category with their new 450 motocross bike coming out. Like, I think it's going to open it up to a lot more people. And when I rode the Beta and it came down, we only got it for a limited amount of time, but it was really good. I mean, I was a little surprised. I mean, because I've ridden some in the past and more off-road oriented motorcycles, but you know, right out of the box, the new 450 motocross model, good. Transfer that over to some off-road stuff with a bigger tank or whatever, or you ride the bike that I believe Dare's riding, the 500 or the
480 RR, yeah.
So, you know, and you kind of look at it and you go, oh, well, it can't be that much different. And so it's definitely, but it is. It does have a different kind of power band, a different kind of clicking through the gears and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, going back to the original question, the KTM is just more familiar for a lot of people. They have, you know, 125 platforms, they have 250 platforms, 350 platforms, 450, 500. So it's a little bit more, I guess you would say, accepted. Whereas the Beta is kind of still that niche market, but it's where, like I said, KTM used to be. I mean, I rode KTMs starting in '98 through 2002 as a sport rider, and it's kind of how it was then. So, you know, it's a little bit odd when you first get on one, but you know, you adapt to it and kind of go from there. But I see big things coming out of Beta.
Very cool. So I think if you had to make a choice, you would be able to make a choice if you had to go orange, or would it be a little tough? Would it be a toss-up? Would it be a coin flip?
It's a lot tougher than what you think. I mean, I would say a toss-up depending on what you're doing.
That's cool.
So
that says a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot closer than what you would think of a motorcycle. I mean, there is going to be some stuff that you're going to have to figure out on your own with a Beta. But you know, like I said, you can go down the street and grab a KTM from your local dealer. But like I said, even with that, with the WP stuff, some people are still wondering what's going on. So like it's when it comes to like just cut and dry, it's not just a cut and dry thing. It's you kind of look at what you're doing and what would be best for you, and kind of go from there. So there they're definitely making strides. So I guess if you do it with familiarity sides of it, I guess the KTM would be a lot more familiar to people, and people would be able to you know, go to their local dealer and get it to where, you know, maybe the Beta might be a little bit harder to find parts and people that know how to work on those particular motorcycles. But you know, it's getting a lot harder to make that decision. And we go through the same stuff when we do shootouts. Like when we do 250 and 450 motocross shootouts, every single bike that lines up is good. Even Suzuki with still a kickstart, like it's all still good. Like, and Suzuki when they come out and they give you a complete exhaust system and some graphics and stuff like that, and then they're $3 or $4 grand cheaper. Like, yeah, that makes that decision even harder. So, you know, it's all the bikes are so good. The average guy would be happy on anything.
Well said. I like it. They are great from the factory. So the last thing I have for you is if Beta continues to follow that KTM path, if they keep winning, are we going to see a whole lot more Betas everywhere? GNCC, Supercross, local tracks here?
Yeah, I think so. I think that the other thing that is sometimes overlooked when you come to the KTM market is they offer a bunch of different motorcycles. Beta offers a bunch of different motorcycles. They have really, really good two-strokes. If they started offering 125 motocross model two-strokes, I think they would sell a lot more. I know right now they only have off-road versions, but Beta is, I think, if you look at stuff like it, but it's kind of nice to see that and like Triumph coming in and all that kind of stuff. If they started offering all the different models that KTM offers, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't know if they have the infrastructure to actually keep up with demand if a lot of people start demanding them, but you know, hey, I think it's great. For me, it's job security because I get to test them all, but like I love it. I love all these new manufacturers coming in and us having to have this conversation of, well, KTM or Beta, which one you going to? And then you can go, well, KTM or Triumph, which one you going to? Like, so I love it that there is all these different options for everybody. And then again, like I said, I love it because it's job security for me. I get to ride them all.
You got the life. I'm jealous. Well, thank you so much, my friend Mark Tilley, Dirt Bike Magazine. Very astute observation.
Turns our attention to Open Pro, ladies and gentlemen. And we begin with the four-time defending champion looking for number 5. He could do it today. He represented America with pride last week in Spain. He is the incomparable, talented, indomitable, always fast, number 1, Dante Oliveira. And ladies and gentlemen, coming off the win of his young and storied career, the first factory Beta win in the NGPC series for this very talented father-son team out of Lincoln, California on the Beta 480RR. Here comes Demartile. Yeah, right now sounds a lot like an outdoor national with all these revs, but guys, they will soon shut them off. That's how it works here. No gate drop. They'll shut them off, and when that light turns green, they got to start this motorcycle and in one fluid motion, work the gas, work the clutch, and hook up and try to grab that Holeshot. Very interesting that Demartile and Dante Oliveira right next to each other, guys. Here we go. We are moments away from the green light flashing. Oh, the anticipation, the nerves, as these racers get ready to go 90 minutes strong. And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Dante fighting the wheelie. He looked like a drag racer out there, and I do believe. Who's got the Holeshot? I thought it was the orange KTM. I don't know, Mark. Help me out. We'll take a look at it as we go through the moto section. Lots of elevation here. Look out for that.
It looks like that's Tyler Lynn out front on that SLR Honda.
Oh, the Holeshot
I could be
specialist.
wrong, though. It could be.
Don't quote us just yet. We've told you, though, the start's so important here. Second shortest course on tour. Typically.
That is the champ out front, and that's bad news for the rest of the guys. But
and Dante Oliveira is dominant today. He is pulling away from the field.
Dante blew these guys out. He definitely, Austin Walton made him made him work for this one, that's for sure.
He did, a precursor to what's to come in Lake Havasu. And Mark Tilley, I've just had it confirmed in my ear. This is, in fact, the final lap for Dante Oliveira as he heads into the finish chute. Say hello to your 5-time series champion, Factory Red Bull KTM. He's getting a champagne bath out there. Bobby Dawson, all the boys spraying down Dante. Well-deserved, ladies and gentlemen. A 5-time champ, Austin Walton. Boffo performance here in what looks to be his final year. And a major show of respect between these two fierce competitors. Great race, but the story belongs to Dante Oliveira.
Definitely a nice thing to see.
Yes, it is, as the media scrum and celebration ensues down there for two hard-working individuals. Really been great the last couple years to get to know Bobby Dawson, Dante Oliveira. These guys put on so many miles. They were in Spain last week. The last round, they were in Washougal on Saturday. They jump on airplanes. They're in Ridgecrest the next day. They have a lot of miles under their belt, and they make it happen, and they do so very successfully. So congratulations to those guys. As we keep an eye on this Pro 2 finish, let's not sleep on that. Also, our 25-plus finish, as I do believe Trevor Hunter is coming in. He had a commanding lead all day long. We'll see where Demartile ends up after his big win in Ridgecrest. He should be coming in for the factory Beta team. Congratulations to the 5 times. How's it feel, boys? How's it feel?
Great. It's good to be out here taking down National Grand Prix Championships, baby.
Congratulations. Congratulations. A big congratulations goes out to Mr. Timmy Wigan, the off-road racing team manager here. Congratulations, Timmy. 5 times. We talk about it constantly. What a story Dante is with everything he's done this year, everything he's overcome. How proud are you of this guy?
Dante is amazing. He's a true testament to what a champion is. That guy eats, breathes, and sleeps motocross and dirt biking, and he doesn't miss a day. He doesn't miss a training session. The guy is disciplined to the top, and it shows. That's why he's a 5-time champion.
You know, I know you've been around this sport a long time, and you appreciate what it takes. What he did this year, going east and winning a GNCC, that's got to be one of the most remarkable feats of the last 5-6 years. What do you make of that?
That was amazing. Like for a guy to come from the West Coast to the East Coast and win, I think it was his 3rd GNCC, maybe 4th, something like that. I knew looking at the schedule they have a great shot there. He rides the sand really well. That GNCC is pretty sandy. It's a little bit more open, but you know, again, it's a testament to the work that Dante puts in, the focus that he has, the drive that he has. You know, motocross too. You put him in any discipline and he's going to succeed just because his work ethic is top notch.
Yeah, we saw that he has the speed to compete out there, AMA Pro Motocross. At this point in the season, do you have any plans for him, or do you guys sit back and just try to figure out what's next for this rising talent?
No, it's too early in the season. You know, I'd like to see Dante come back and win it 6 times, and then, you know, to change series, it takes a lot of focus amongst a group decision. It's not just my decision. It has to be something Dante wants to do.
Well, Timmy, this championship's yours as well, so congratulations and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to one of the greatest stories in all of dirt bike racing, and he is now a 5-time NGPC Series champion. Dante Oliveira, congratulations. You did so much this year. You overcame injuries. You went back east and won the GNCC Series. You were over in 6 days in Spain last week, and now to come back and win this thing, what does this mean to you? What are you feeling?
It's awesome. Just to come back and win this and do it with such a great team is absolutely unreal. When I was a kid, it was just looking at the bikes, drooling, tongue out the mouth, just blown away with how good they looked and just all the support behind it. And now to be on the team is just unreal. And to win 5 championships for them is even better. We had some great races this year. Awesome GNCC win. I also struggled at some GNCCs. Went out to ICE, struggled there, but had some good runs. And yeah, the fire's burning hot right now. So let's charge into 25 and maybe we'll do something different, win something else.
What is it that makes Dante Oliveira so dominant?
A great family behind me and just the drive to be better every day. It's a blessing to be out here and to just do better and better every day is kind of what I strive for. So.
Well, you are now a 5-time champ, my friend. Congratulations. Wish him well in the comments. So how about joining me in the comments and congratulating Dante Oliveira. KTM wins this time, but don't count out Beta. This is going to be a very interesting battle, not just here in the NGPC, but in Supercross, GNCC, and other forms of racing. I love seeing all these different manufacturers get involved. I want to know your thoughts, your take down below. I think Mark Tilley really nailed it in that the vast majority of these bikes, if not all of them, are so good from the factory that you talk about different levels when you talk about guys like Dare and Dante dialing them in, but by and large, for the average rider, for the average weekend warrior, they're all rocket ships. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do make sure you smash subscribe. We're coming up on a 20K milestone we want to hit.
One more turn to go. A fistful of throttle and say hello to your winner of the 40th W World Vet Motocross Championship, Mr. Phil Nicoletti.
Always good to see former motocross star, still a motocross star here at the age of 35. Filthy Phil Nicoletti. So good to see you. What inspired you to enter this race here this weekend?
Well, it was a last minute decision. I hit up Jamie because he told me he had a 144 I could maybe ride, months back. And I hit him up on Sunday after asking if he still had it. He said no, he can maybe find me one, but he had a 450 I could ride. And so I'm like, all right, well, I checked that off the bucket list. And then all my friends at KTM gave me a 150 to ride for the Pasha 125 race on Saturday. So I took a production KTM 150 out on Glen Helen, and it was a little squirrely, but I had a blast. So I got third in that, and yeah, I'm enjoying the vet style racing. It's kind of a run what you brung type of gig, and so far it's a blast. I can't say anything bad about it.
Well, we know this thing's flying. We know Jamie's got it all hopped up. What did you do to train for this race? How's your fitness?
Coors Lights. I had about 5 of them last night. And,
Five Coors Lights, and you were able. Well, that was
good.
You looked pretty. Didn't look like you were winded at all there at that first moto.
I'm not gonna lie, I got to halfway and I'm like, fuck, I should have maybe only had 3 beers last night, but it was it's good. I need to maybe roll it back when it comes to race day, but it's like I said, it's fine. Still go fast for a couple laps, and again, I'm taking in the whole vet vibe. That's kind of what it's about, and so far I'm enjoying it.
Very cool. So what are you doing now in terms of staying active, in terms of training?
I mean, I'm still riding and training. I haven't ridden during the weeks. I did a GNCC last week. That's the first time I had ridden since Vegas SMX. So I really have been off the bike for a long time. Well, for me, a long time, 5-6 weeks. And then all of a sudden I'm racing last weekend and this weekend. So bike fitness, I'm really not in shape, but I've still been hitting the gym and cycling just because I've done it for so many years. I'm in a schedule, and if I don't work out or train, I feel like a pile of shit. So, plus when you have 5 beers at night, you kind of have to do something in the morning to kind of blow the cobwebs off. So, yeah, we've still been active, but I'm just wish there was a couple slower guys here, so I didn't have to try so hard in the 30 Pro.
Here from iconic Glen Helen Raceway, it is time to drop the gate. We are off racing into Talladega Turn. It's a drag race down the stretch. Who will get the whole shot here in 30 plus Moto number 1?
And that looks like a Yamaha out front coming right underneath. That was Kiefer that got to the first turn first, but Alessi comes out of the first turn first.
Living up to his name, it is Mr. Holeshot.
Yeah, and that's Phil Nicoletti on that twisted back FXR Yamaha.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about. A lot of these vet guys, particularly Mike Brown, Mike Alessi, I mean, they're still bringing it hardcore. Are you impressed with how in shape these guys are?
Yeah, no, like Mike Alessi, to me, I said before, like he's, when we were younger, he was a world-class athlete, winning motos, winning races, like Mike was a badass. And then Mike Brown's a national champion, at 52 years old, still out there digging. And, like I know how those guys were, you know what I mean? And it's hard for them to come up to the level, I guess, where I was at, just 5-6 weeks ago. Because when you're out of it, to be at that intensity and that race pace of like pro nationals. But they still ride so freaking good. So, and for 20 minutes they can haul ass. So, yeah, it keeps me on my toes. But it's cool. Like I said, it's all for fun. If you get first or second, like at this point, like who really gives a shit? So it doesn't really matter in my book. So.
How would you compare this to the pressure you felt when you were on top of your game?
this is no press, you know. Like I said, like I'm totally okay with getting a 5th if I need to or whatever. Like to me, it's really, I mean, yeah, there's money on the line, but it ain't money like we were making at nationals and stuff like that. And I'm not fighting for contracts and jobs anymore. So, it's hard still to roll out of that mentality that it is just for fun, you know. Like even when I lined up for the GNCC, you kind of go red and you want to race, like, you know, like you knew what you were for outdoor nationals. But sooner or later that goes away, you know, and you got to come to terms with it that you're not that person anymore. But for right now, I still feel like I have that in me for at least another year or so. So it's cool.
35 is still young when we're relatively speaking in terms of life, right?
Yeah.
They say NFL stands for not for long. Yeah. Motocross is pretty much the same thing. When you look back at what a whirlwind that was and how quickly that passed by, what advice would you give to this next crop of riders coming up?
It's hard because, like, I see it now with amateur kids, like, you know, it's like they think if they don't have a ride at 18, 19, or 20 or 21 and they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, like, they're not going to make it, you know. Just because you don't make it at, you know, in that window span doesn't mean that you still can't get to success at 23, 24, and 25. And to be honest with you, like for myself or Amart, we got it a little later, so we appreciated it a little bit more, and we're able to, you know, we had a little bit more knowledge, and we had went through the ringer and stuff like that on people that were good in the industry and people that weren't good in the industry, and we kind of pick and chose who we wanted to be with, and that made the biggest difference more than anything. But just because a kid doesn't get the success at the later teens and early 20s doesn't mean that you won't find that in the mid 20s, you know, where you have a lot more maturity to be able to accept, you know, not so much stardom, but when you start doing good, you appreciate it more.
Great advice, man. Last question for you here is, what was the greatest moment of your career looking back?
I mean, it's hard because I only have one podium, and that's at Unadilla. Overall podium, but I guess I would have to say it. I have a lot of top 5s, tons of top 10s, but I got a moto podium here in 2015. I got a 3rd, and that was me on the JGR team. Barsha went 2nd, I went 3rd, and Weston went 5th. So we had all 3 JGR bikes in the top 5, and I'm a big Coy Gibbs fan, you know, rest in peace, and that's a really cool memory for us. So it was awesome. As much as I hate Glen Helen on a national day is good. So Vet National Day, not so much. AMA Pro National Day, it's okay.
Well, man, it's great to see you out here. Enjoy the ride, and we wish you all the best moving forward. Hope to see you out here for many years to come.
I will. It'll be fun.
Thanks a
you,
lot.
Mate. Appreciate it.
Good. Look at this, Nicoletti to the outside as we're already banging bars. It's a drag race up the hill. Alessi looks back. Does he have enough horsepower? Nicoletti gets around him. What a move.
That was a strong statement right there.
He froze Alessi. Alessi looked over and just couldn't do anything about it. Perhaps wrong line choice? I don't know. Did he make a bobble? Did he make a mistake? Nicoletti was gone.
Maybe that Jamie Ellis Twisted Development YZ450 just had a little bit more for that.
The one and only Jamie from Twisted Development. So good to see you. I know you love your big bores. You love speed. What in the world do we got going on with Filthy Phil Nicoletti's bike? Because this thing was flying out there, especially up those hills.
It's pretty close to a Club MX Yamaha. We work with Club a lot, and Phil's been there for the past years, and he's been my test rider at Club for a long time, so I lean on him a lot. Obviously, we take input from everyone, and some people that we test with, we kind of have a good feeling of what they're saying and how to translate into a digital form to give them what they're looking for. So last minute, I kind of had this engine built. We went racing at Loretta's with Cole Martinez. And then this chassis was brand new. We'd used it for a Club MX dyno bike. Wow. And so kind of everything came together for us to get the thing put together and come out and have a little bit of fun and race this weekend with Phil.
What all can you tell me about this engine?
Well, it's pretty standard as far as what we do. The rim finishing process of the transmission kind of helps with durability and a little bit of performance. And then we put a Crankworks CWI rod, We build our own piston through JE Piston, so it's a TD spec piston.
Stock displacement or a little bigger?
Stock displacement, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this thing will go racing Supercross, no problem.
Wow.
So as far as that goes, yeah, and you know, we don't really ever build big bore 250Fs or 450s. It's really the two strokes that we do a lot of. So I would say that, yeah, just a good clean package. The RP throttle body we use has a twin injector system, so we can, you know, we can choose between front injector, rear injector, and it's all built into the throttle body. So that's been a really cool feature that people have liked with this machine. Pairing that with, you know, radiator cap, a good Henson clutch, some Motul oil. I mean, shit, that's everything you need to build a good motorcycle.
Well, it's so good to see you here, and congratulations on that first moto win. How did you get hooked up with Phil?
Well, I've been building Phil's engines for the past 5-6 years with Club MX. So Club MX right here on the Shroud, they've been helping Phil for a long time, and I've been helping Phil through them. So it was pretty easy, you know. I had the bike laying around. I just needed to put it together. So on Monday we started this project, and then we're here now. We won the first moto. We're hoping to do the same in the second moto, and Phil's riding good, and I hope it goes to plan.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Before they get set to go. And what did we learn from Moto 1? The first half of the track could be the most important part of the race. That's where we saw Nicoletti get past Alessi. It was a lead that he would not relinquish for the entire moto.
Yeah, and there's definitely a couple races that go into this. It looks like the 30-second board's about to go sideways, but you got the race to the first turn, then you got the race through that first tight section, and then you got the rest of the race as well. So that card goes sideways. We're about to see some racing action, and here we go.
Here we go, guys. We are racing into Talladega turn. Who will get the Holeshot? Will it be Mr. Holeshot? Mike Alessi again. It is the 800 out there in front. Can he hang on? Here comes the Yamaha to the inside. As we've got tons of traffic behind him, Nicoletti wastes no
Looks like he's
time
gonna go around the
in
outside.
making the pass. Does Alessi have anything for him? Can he counter? He knows you can't let him get too far away. Giacomo has closed in a last chance effort here as we hit the final few turns of the 40th W World Vet Motocross Championship. It is the 30-plus moto. Phil Nicoletti leading Italy's Giacomo Redondi. This is it, Mark. Does he have anything up his sleeve? It sure is. He's cranking it up,
Now it's just going to take a little mistake.
A few more turns left to go before we bring it home. Can New York's Yamaha mounted Philip Nicoletti bring home the checkered flag? Giacomo has really closed that gap. One more turn to go. A fistful of throttle and say hello to your winner of the 40th W World Vet Motocross Championship, Mr. Phil Nicoletti. We got to give it up to the man on the Yamaha out of New York, the one and only Filthy Phil Nicoletti. You did it again. One on the day, and my producer keeps yelling in my ear, give him the money, give him the, it's going to hurt me to take this out of my, they actually let me put this in my pocket for a little bit, but thank you, Boyson, we really appreciate it. There's some travel money to get you back home to New York for the Boyson Fast Lap. How did you get the Fast Lap 2 motos in a row?
I don't know. Giacomo was hounding my butt, so I kind of had to shit or get off the pot, you know what I mean? So it was good, though. It's that track's not vet friendly, I can tell you that right now. So that's kind of one of the gnarlier things I've ridden this year. So typical Glen Helen, 3 o'clock on a Thursday practice day. But it was good. Did what I had to do and just kind of rode it in.
It seemed like towards the end there, the gap was starting to close a little bit. Did you know you had it? Were you starting to fade a little bit? Was it Giacomo closing in?
No, I knew he was there, but the problem, I don't know where you can really pass out there. It's all pretty one line inside. So, it was okay. Just maintained the race, but he rode really, really well. So I was just, wish he would have given me a little bit of gap so I could have breathed a little more out there. So I'm a little hungover from last night, to be honest with you. A couple too many beers. I thought I was doing a vet-friendly day. I guess not.
Well, there you go, folks. I mean, now they know I wasn't kidding. We were talking about your sports drink last night, but that is the spirit of this event, right? You guys lived in a very pressure-filled environment for many years with Supercross and Motocross. The spirit of this event, everybody wants to win, but you're out here having a good time too, aren't you?
Yeah, I got to work on the nighttime activity now, so it can. I need a good blend, nighttime activity and race day. But like I said, I didn't know I was going to have to ride this hard today. I mean, I know everyone's fast, but just to be on my A game because the track is super tricky with the shadows and the square edge. Like, Yeah, I'm gonna say I wasn't a fan of the track, but it is what it is. We got it done, and like I said, Boyson, extra $500 helps.
Good old Phil Nicoletti. It is so wonderful to see all these big names come out for this race because, like I said, NFL, not for long. It's pretty much the same way in Supercross, motocross, but the love of two wheels and the speed for some of these guys carries on long after their professional careers. It is a motorcycle racer's dream. Everybody wants to be factory backed. Well, we all can't be factory backed, but if you own a Yamaha, if you're here at this race, you can take advantage of factory support, Gary. I think it's awesome what you're doing for these racers. Can we see a little bit about, what you do over here?
I'm here to help you for Yamaha.
I got to give a major shout out to Yamaha. Come with me over the next 7-8 minutes because we're going to explore something that's very cool. Trackside support right from the factory. What this means is you don't have to be on the team. If you own a Yamaha, you bring your bike over here, you have access to parts, free labor. It's an amazing program. Let's learn more about it.
Yeah, I'm here to do Blue Crew Trackside for US Yamaha, and I'm here to help all the riders out. Even though we have professional riders, we help here at Cody Simpson's bike, and we do now this year help Irvine Racing out with all their bikes and whatever they need for Yamahas.
So Gary, what exactly are you offering for these racers here?
Well, basically anything that's wrong with your Yamaha here at the track, I'm here to help you fix it as best I can. And whatever you need, parts, labor is free.
That's amazing.
Discount,
what a benefit.
Discount on parts.
So you guys did this through Yamaha.
US Yamaha, we're the West Coast trackside dealer for US Yamaha, Simi Valley Cycles.
And I imagine you're loaded down with parts inside this box, man.
All the wear and tear, common parts you need. We usually have it on the van, and we'll help you install it. Whatever you need, we're here to help you.
It's awesome. Well, if you could show me some of the things that you're doing for these riders out here today.
Basically, it's whatever you need. Well, if your bike breaks or something happens to it, you bring it to me, and we'll help out. I got a couple team riders here, and this is one of my other Clark here I'm helping out.
All right.
And whatever he needs or anybody on a Yamaha needs, just come by and see us, and we're here to help you out with whatever you need.
That's so cool. Looks like mostly 2-strokes over here. Any 4-strokes?
2-strokes? Nope, this is our 2-stroke team. I got some 4-stroke guys in other parts in the pit, but anybody on Yamaha's on my team.
Well, this is such a tremendous benefit by Yamaha and such a great deal by you guys because nothing's for free anymore. But if you show up at this race, you don't have to be affiliated with this team. If you simply ride a Yamaha, you can bring your bike over here and you guys will help fix it.
Yes, you can. Whatever you need, I can help you out.
Now, how about if it's catastrophic, like somebody blows up their engine? Are you set up to do a piston change? Are you set up to...
I am. I'm actually designed to actually change cranks on 2-strokes
and
my 4-strokes
gosh.
as long as it doesn't go up too far. But yes, I have top-end kits, piston kits, levers, subframes. I have most of the wear and tear parts, whatever you need.
Very cool. Gary, if we could, let's walk over here. Let's see what's going on with one of your mechanics. And here we have Craig Simpson, who has been working very, very hard. As you can see, they're getting these bikes ready to go. Craig, thank you so much, man. How long have you been working on motorcycles?
It's been about 30 years. I started working on them when I was probably about 12 years old. I raced myself for a while, and I was forced to work on them, which I was fortunate by my father so I could learn. As my son got to about 3 or 4 years old, I pretty much stopped riding, focused on my kids, and pretty much have been working on the bikes ever since then. Any way to fully rebuild the engine. I have TBT do the suspension. They do a really good job. I send the crankshafts out to Bob Howard in Oak Hills. But other than that, everything else I prep, take them down to the frame and rebuild them.
I mean, I'm sure you get a lot of guys that unfortunately go down, and levers and bars, probably some of the most common things. What are you seeing most often?
Yeah, kind of on the 4-strokes, a little rubber mounts on the things will bend, but we're here to replace it or fix it and make it better.
If you could, tell me what takes up the majority of your time here. What are you working on with this factory support program when guys bring in their bikes? What do you fix most often?
Personally or
both? Personally, or what some of these riders, we're talking about these riders taking advantage of the factory support that Yamaha offers, which is amazing.
Primarily it's like a lot of like clutch work. There's a lot of like people that have their wore out clutches. They may need clutches changed. Brakes get bled all the way down to brake pads, to loose spokes on the wheels, chains, spark plugs is a real common one. Levers, probably like your consumable parts, chains, sprockets. That's probably the most parts that usually gets asked to be worked on.
Well, this is such a cool program by Yamaha because we know this is a rough and tumble series, 90-minute motos. These bikes get beat up, and not everybody out there is very mechanically inclined, so they can bring it over here and they got the benefit of you.
Oh yeah, no, Yamaha SBC is an awesome program. Anybody on Yamaha can come here. These guys that run this do a really good job. They work extremely hard. They're patient with everybody, and they do a very good job making sure that any part that they have in there and they can offer it to somebody, they will, and they do a really good job and do the work on it themselves. So it's an awesome program.
And it makes for a busy weekend for you, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, keep up the good work. We wish you all the best here, guys.
Thank you.
Yamaha
Appreciate
factory support out here at the NGPC. Where do you find these very talented motorcycle mechanics?
You know, I'm going to introduce you to Cody Simpson. He's our
Cody Simpson. Very cool.
Simpson.
Let's see, Mr. Cody. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh man, it's life-changing. Simi Valley Cycles, they're one of the best manufacturers, one of the best shops around. Anyone here at the NGPC races, they can come up here to Gary or Jeff and they can get their bikes worked on, anything they need, parts, anything. Just come up here and ask Gary and we'll get you all straightened up. Great for everything out here.
Well, Cody, you were once a young racer coming up. I mean, to have this benefit open to everybody just by the simple fact that you ride a Yamaha, how meaningful is that? How important is that? What a benefit is that? You can come over here and have pro mechanics work on your bike.
Oh, it's super meaningful to me. It means the world. Growing up, I've always dreamt of being on a team, being on a factory support level team, and this is my dream come true, and I can't thank them enough. It's great.
Yeah, we spotted Cody about 4 years ago at a race. He came up needing a part, and we started watching him ride, and somebody's going, hey, he's going pretty good. So I got him signed up with US Yamaha to sponsor him a few years ago, and he's still gassing it, going faster every time he rides.
So is that cool or what, guys? Like I said, we all dream of factory support. We all come to these races as weekend warriors, and we look at the pros, and we look at the mechanics that they have, and the access to parts that they have, and just realize how beneficial it really is. But with Yamaha trackside support and other OEMs doing this, we can all feel like pros. Shout out Simi Valley Cycles for doing this. I think it's awesome. Leave your thoughts on it down below. Thank you, Yamaha, for subsidizing this thing. You guys are awesome.
I don't want this to be mean, but if you're soft, this is not a sport for being soft. You have to be gritty.
Is he still Mr. Holeshot? It is so good to see Mr. Holeshot is back. Mike Alessi, it is great. How's it feel to be back here on the gate at Glen Helen?
It's awesome.
Welcome to the world, vets. All different countries here represented. Team Canada's really bringing it. CR500, I love it. We got all the big names. Mike Alessi's bike up front, the 800. Mr. Mike Brown behind him. Well, guys, here he is, who many consider the greatest vet rider of all time, Mr. Mike Brown. How you doing today?
Good, buddy. Nice to be out here. Hopefully the weather holds off today, and yeah, track's really rough, so it's looking forward to getting this second moto going.
You're doing a great job. We know we got some tough competition. We have Mr. Lipinovich, we have Mr. Alessi up there. What's it going to take to win this moto here in this 125?
Just a good start, get out with them the first lap, and see what I can do. I got the speed. That first moto I got a little tight and had a few mistakes, but I'm ready for the second one.
And how you liking this new bike over here, courtesy of Dirt Bike Magazine?
Yeah, no, Tilly's got me a good bike here, 150 gas, and no, it's good. It's a standard bike with a pipe and silencer, and yeah, it's plenty enough good to win for sure.
Do the bikes feel a lot different from back in your day? Does it feel like they've made a lot of advancements?
Yes, for sure. I think my Kawasaki when I was racing with Mitch probably felt like this 150. So it's my Kawasaki back then was fast, and yeah, these are nice bikes to ride, really fun.
Awesome, Mike. Well, good luck to you. Wish you all the best, guys. We got Phil Nicoletti in the house here. Guys, that is the one and only Mike Alessi getting ready to go. See what he can do. He's had a great performance. He's got all his fans here rooting him on. Great to see him back. Down some water for this start. Here comes a bunch of 125s. Gotta love the sweet sound of two strokes over here. Let's see what spot Mike picks. Checking out the track. Oh, they're gonna have fresh water on it for the start of this race. I'm gonna tell you right now, although these riders are a bit older, they are still crazy fast. The lap times they've been putting down are right there with some of the fastest that we've seen all day. Alessi opts for the other side. Takes the other side of the gate. Can Mr. Holeshot live up to his name? We'll find out in mere moments. We're going to hear from Mike Alessi at the end of this video as well. So stay with us. And there is the Ironman Mike Brown. That's what I love about the Vet Nationals. You never know who you're going to see on the gate, who is still on top of their fitness game, because you know these guys are just absolutely crazy fast. They still have the skills. Who can compete with Team Canada? Team Canada's going to try to keep it rolling on a 125. What do you think, man?
I don't know. I got some big shoes to fill. There's a lot of fast boys out here.
Is it hard for you to jump off the 4-stroke right onto the 2-stroke?
Yeah, it's definitely different. Like clutching, gears, what hills you got to do all outsides on a 125, 450 you can get the inside, so it's a lot different, but it's fun.
Good luck to you. We'll see what he can do. Ron Hoyer and Team Canada putting together a great run here this weekend. This is a must-attend event if you have never been here. We've got over 1,000 riders competing in over 20 countries here. This really is something special that continues to grow each and every year. Keep an eye on this man, Lapinovich. He had one heck of a run. We'll see what he can do. And Team Canada over here as well. Well represented. This gate is stacked. Guys, this is awesome. If you follow this outlet or if you follow Cycle Drag, you know my mantra, long live the 2-strokes. I love the 2-strokes, especially the small bore ones. This is gonna be so cool. You guys ready for some 125 2-stroke action? Yes, they are. Who isn't? I think she's ready. Ma'am, are you ready for some 125? Ready. Oh, she's been ready. She's been ready. Out to the drone, man. You getting some good shots? My man, there he is, getting some good eat. Welcome to the modern era. Everything from a 125cc 2-stroke to a brand new e-bike, electric bike. How's the e-bike stack up against these 125s? He likes it. He likes it. Alessi proves he still is Mr. Holeshot. Can he hang on for the overall? We're about to find out. These are long motos. Who's got the fitness? Here comes our second gate. It is off. Keep an eye on that electric bike all the way to the left of your screen. Electric bike is out of here. Whoa, is it a glimpse of the future? And here comes our third gate. You got to put a lot of riders out there when you got over 1,000 here in attendance. But the big story right now, the e-bike and Mike Alessi. Mark, these e-bikes came to play, didn't they?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I guess what they're doing is they have it on 80 horsepower or whatever when they take off. And then after the first turn, they click it back down into whatever they're riding.
Crazy.
So it is pretty cool.
How about your buddy Mike Brown hanging tough out there?
Yeah, he's in like 4th or 5th now, so he, I think he got like 4th in the first moto, so we'll be able to see. Alessi just walked on everybody, so we'll be able to see what they got right now. I know Phil did some, or Jamie from Twisted did some upgrades to Phil's bike during the break, so we'll see what happens. Phil came from way back because he got a bad start, and it looks like he finished 2nd. Alessi was gone. Like he got the whole shot and took off. So see what happens.
I love it, guys. Great competition here. This place packed. All right, here we go. Lap 2. We got Alessi, Marias, Nicoletti, Dante. Brown's got some work to do, but you can never count them out. Never count them out. Is it 15 plus 1 in this category? I don't know what it is. I think it's 15 plus 1. Great battle between Alessi and Marias. Here is Mike Brown. He did not get the start he was hoping for, but he's still been having a great weekend. So Mike Brown has some ground to make up, but we have seen him come from behind before. Let's see what he can do in these short motos. Here we go, guys. Battle. Marias and Alessi. Brian, oh! Alessi around the outside. He's using every inch of real estate. Nicoletti, and here comes Mike Brown. What a battle we're seeing for the lead. How great is it to see these 125 two-strokes alive and well? I love that sound. And they're still making a move, especially with all this elevation here at Glen Helen. Well, we got to do some quick math here on the overall. Let's check in with Mark Tilley. Crazy. Crazy.
I think if Nicoletti gets around Alessi, Marias gets the overall.
Boy, here we go. Great battles all around this racetrack at the World Bet Championship. There comes Alessi, Nicoletti. Checkered flag! And there we go. Checkered flag. So it's Marias, Alessi, Nicoletti. Something happened to Mike Brown. Unfortunately, he fell back to 17th. Mayo went down, but Alessi gets the overall.
It's awesome. I missed the vet championships the last couple of years with obviously racing arena cross, but this year it freed me up. I was able to come out, and yesterday was a great day on the 125. Got the first place overall in the Pasha. Dude, his bike was so fast. It was sick. It was awesome. Got both starts and won the first moto. Second moto, put myself in a position where I could get second. Got the overall, and it felt good. And it's amazing to see this many people out here right now. It just shows that the motocross is alive.
Yes, it is. What is the key to longevity, to staying healthy, to staying fit, and keeping your career going in this very tough sport?
I feel like, so for my age, I'm almost 37 years old, like it's mindset, right? If you have that mindset and that grit, determination to keep doing it, I feel like you can continue till you're close to 40. And that's my goal, is I want to go to 40, and then by that time my daughters will be a little bit older, and then I can just enjoy life.
What's your day-to-day look like right now in terms of training?
I work a normal job Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
What's your normal job?
I work with kids, about 4 or 5 kids at a training facility.
Very cool.
In Okefenokee in Georgia. And it's a great track, great people. I got a great boss, which is awesome. He gives me the leniency to be able to come race and do what I want on the weekends and still go race arena cross. Come out to the Vet Championship weekend here at Glen Helen. So, yeah, it's good. I love it. And, yeah, keeps me fit, working with the kids, running, bicycling, in the gym, yoga, doing lap times with the boys, pushing them, critiquing their corners and jumps. So it kind of keeps my mindset sharp.
And you lived up to your nickname in Moto 1. What do you think it is that has you as the master of the Holeshot?
I just think I've just always had that quick reaction, just something that a lot of people don't have. Like Mike LaRocco, if he had that back in the day, McGrath probably wouldn't have as many wins as he does in his career. I just feel like just repetition of just that quick reaction, being light, and having good technique. It's just a good quality of all those things combined.
It sounds like we might have to get you on a drag strip one of these days. You'd probably be a pretty good motorcycle drag racer.
People have often told me that I would excel at drag strip.
Very cool. So last question for you. If you look back throughout your storied career, what is the greatest moment of your career?
Well, it's hard to say like a greatest one, but probably one of the most fulfilling was Freestone 2009. I won by 50 seconds, almost a minute. And the broadcast, they were talking, they're like, man, this is Carmichael-esque status, winning by almost a minute. And I would just, the stars were aligned, right? My fitness was good. I had the right motorcycle with Rockstar Suzuki, being with Roger DeCoster. And yeah, just everything felt good that day. And just, it just came like, not easy, but everything just came in line, everything fell perfectly. And I feel like that was my best day of my career. And it's crazy to think that literally 2 days later, I went and did this and pretty much ruined my knee in the championship and got a forever scar to look at to remind myself that.
How's that feel today?
Oh, it's fine. Doesn't even hurt. Yeah, all good. It just in the moment, going from Freestone and then literally on a flight Sunday to High Point to do some TV media stuff for the next weekend's race at High Point. David Coombs asked me to come, and just a simple, stupid, silly, not even a crash. I just hit a fence and broke my kneecap. Didn't even crash. It's just the wildest thing ever, and kind of completely changed in a sense, the dynamic of my career. And the closest I came to winning an overall since that day was with Dungey in 2012 at Washougal. I went 1-2, he went 2-1 for the overall tie. And I've had a lot of great races. Carmichael Stewart, Dunge, Villapoto, Chad Reed. I mean, you name it, I raced them. And I've had a great career, and I still love racing, still at my age now today.
Last final thing is, what's the best advice you could offer to somebody younger with everything you've been through?
Best advice is I feel like you have to have the mindset and the grit to do it. I don't want this to be mean, but if you're soft, this is not a sport for being soft. You have to be gritty. You have to be tough.
Well
And that's something you're either born with or you're not. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the absolute truth.
Well said, Mike. Keep up the great work. Boy, Mike Alessi, he's done a lot in this sport and still living up to that namesake, Mr. Holeshot, getting it done out here. He's got the speed, and I hope we see him for years to come. That is certainly a great story. If you have any Mike Alessi stories or memories, make sure you leave them down below in the comments, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We're just getting started here from legendary Glen Helen Raceway. Perhaps the greatest vet of all time, Mike Brown.
Brown seeking his 4th win of the season.
Kind of never really stopped my training, riding as much as I can.
Number 100, Mike Brown, comes through for Mitch Payton and his crew.
Yeah, it's plenty enough good to win, for sure.
Here we go, guys. Vet Nationals, the one and only Mr. Mike Brown, getting his 2-stroke, ready to go. Oh, yeah. Is that bringing back memories, Moto fans? Well, get with the current age, because Mike Brown is arguably the greatest vet rider of all time, and he is ready to get it done on a 2-stroke here at Glen Helen. It is the World Vet Championships. Let's go check it out. So many people happy to catch up and reminisce with Mike Brown. He has certainly stood the test of time. You know, when Mike Brown won the AMA Motocross Championship in 2001, he was one of the older riders in the class at age 29. Well, now, in his mid-50s, Mike Brown is showing everybody he's still a force to be reckoned with. He's still lightning fast, and perhaps the greatest vet ever. And here we go, guys. Gate is down. Who will get the whole shot? Keep an eye on the number 3, the Dirt Bike Magazine machine. He is out front. Mike Brown with a commanding whole shot. That is bad news for the rest of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only former pro motocross champion, Mr. Mike Brown out of Tennessee. Mike, I got to start off with this. Many consider you the greatest vet rider of all time. How does that make you feel, and where do you rank yourself in that category?
I know, I feel old, but no, I never rank myself. I'm one of the guys that put my gear on every day just like everybody else, enjoy it and have fun. And you know, most of the guys at professional level stop when they get done racing professional, and I kept at it doing off-road, Baja, the Enduro Cross, stuff like that, and then got back into doing the amateur motocross vet stuff, and it's enjoyable and fun. And having Phil out here, it's a good start for his vet career, and no, I enjoy just being around here racing is the main thing.
Well, you got some high praise, because I was telling you moments ago off camera, I got to see Ricky Carmichael in Daytona, and I said, Ricky, I know you're the GOAT, but they say Mike might be the vet GOAT. How do you feel about that? And he said, oh yes, he is.
Oh yeah?
Glen Helen, they're calling Mike Brown the greatest vet ever. He's an animal. You think maybe RC's got something?
No, I have to tell you right now, I don't. I'm a little nervous to get out here on this track. I'm not, Supercross scares me anymore. My time in Supercross is done. So yeah, I think he is the fastest vet rider, especially that video I saw on Supercross. So we'll see what happens.
He would say that, but because he don't race no more vet stuff, but no, I've got a lot of history with Ricky, living with him, and won the championship when I was living with him in Eldon, and no, we're great friends, and no, it's like I said, I'm still out here and racing and enjoying it, and it'd be nice to have him out here, but we all just do our own things now.
Maybe someday we will. I got to stay on Ricky for one question because I was telling you I had the luxury of being on the property, Steel City 2001, one of the most amazing races ever.
Langston can feel Brown catching up now, so he realizes he needs to get into second, and start chasing Ricky.
I was there at Steel City 2001. I will never forget one of the most memorable races of all time. A man who doesn't live far from here, Grant Langston, who, by the way, his Maico is out in the pits right now. Gosh, a devastating race for Grant. He was leading in Steel City, ready to win a championship. A wheel came apart. You remember that one, Mark Tilley?
I actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I actually rode for KTM at the same time.
Oh.
And I was a local pro, nowhere close to those speeds. And I went to Redbud and blew out 3 rear wheels coming off one of the triples. And there was a wheel problem.
Well, Grant's looking around. He's looking at the back wheel, though. Kind of wobbly looking. That looks like maybe.
Whoa, Brown makes a pass, and Grant Langston did not make a mistake there. He just slowed down.
Like the tire's flat. That wheel is destroyed.
The status of KTM in the American motocross scene. Here's the checkers for Ricky Carmichael. 100 Mike Brown comes through for Mitch Payton and his crew. We've seen some great finishes here at Delmont, Pennsylvania, but this championship run, you didn't know what to expect.
Where you won your championship, and then you let Jessamine by, and Ricky Carmichael got the record. And the question David Bailey posed was, would Mike Brown regret that 20 years later?
Brown's looking back. He's saying go by. Jessamine goes by. Ricky Carmichael might get that record in the last lap now.
He will. He's definitely going to get it. Brown's going to get the title. I can understand how he would. They're friends. They've been training together, riding together. Brown is so happy he just got this championship. He doesn't care about the overall. He's figuring, why not do his friend a favor? But, you know, Art, 10 years from now, he may regret that.
Here we are 20 years later. We can ask, does he regret it?
No, for sure not. I mean, if I would have won the championship, 100% I'd regretted it. But no, he moved down for a little bit of a reason. He wanted to get the championship, the most wins for 125. I wanted to win the championship, so it was good that he could do that and move back to that class if I needed help in between somebody. But you know, with Grant's wheel breaking, it kind of eased up a little bit of pressure, and you know, we both did what we needed to do that weekend. And no, I don't regret it. As long as I win the championship and he done what he needed to do, it's good.
Well, it was a special time. You guys put on one heck of a show, and shout out to my buddy Grant Langston too. I'm glad he can smile about it all these years later. Yeah. Boy, you guys had one heck of a battle back then. It was awesome.
No, it was good. I think the racing back then on the 2-strokes was really good racing, and yeah, no, I have so many people come up 2001, and you know, it was me and Langston battled in Europe, then came here and was battled too. So it's Grant's a great competitor, same as Ryan Hughes. I battled with so many years and cussing and fighting, but we're still good friends today, and that's what it's about. When you can be friends off the track, that's great.
That's so cool, and I think that's the spirit of this race, is everybody's out to have a good time. Mike, what do you think it is about you where so many others have kind of retired and not kept their fitness up? Where have you been able to set yourself apart?
Kind of never really stopped my training, riding as much as I can, you know, doing the training part. That's it, I think. I haven't done anything much different than what I did before. If I can ride a dirt bike, I get a chance to. I don't ride so much anymore, but training-wise, biking and gym, I do it 3 or 4 times a week. So it's I keep up on that and keep active.
How many hours do you think you're riding a week?
On my dirt bike?
Yes.
I haven't rode in 3 weeks.
Wow. So it's that gym work that's really keeping you solid?
Yeah, I'm around the guys watching. I don't know what it is. I mean, I do bike a lot. I do bicycle in the gym, but riding my dirt bike I wish I could do more, but that's not my job these days. And, you know, I'm training the guys. I enjoy watching and helping, and I feel like I'm still riding when I'm helping those guys watching and, you know, helping them guys.
What do you think's been your secret to avoiding injuries?
Just a couple more than anybody.
I just try to stay fit. You know, not stay off the bike or stay off the training so long and not get stiff, and, you know, working out with the guys. And I don't know, being around young kids, it keeps you young. You know, you stay with the old people, you feel old and do the old things, but I'm with the young kids every day, biking and hanging out, having fun, and I think that's it, just standing around the young guys.
Well, you have done an amazing job. So last thing I got to ask you here is, talking about flashbacks and memories. You are on a Twisted Development Dirt Bike Magazine 125. We know it's hopped up, but boy, quite a bit different from a modern 450. What's it feel like? How do you handle the transition to go back to a 125 with much less horsepower?
It's not too bad. It's easier to go from 125 to a 450 it is to a 125 to a 250 for me.
Really?
It's like you're either on or off, and you know, I don't mind it too bad. And over the years, I rode so many bikes. Like the best stuff, I usually ride a 250, a 125, or a 450 all in one day. So I kind of adapt pretty quickly over the years, and yeah, half a lap, and I'm good to go.
Very cool. Well, Tilly and I have talked about it. We'd love to see the two-strokes come back someday. Do you think two-stroke racing will ever come back?
I don't know. You see out here now, you see the electric bikes out here going fast.
How about that?
I don't know if it's coming back or not. It looks like it's going the other way.
Have you made any laps on one of the electric bikes?
Never ridden one. No, I haven't ridden one yet. So it looked fast. I watched it just do it in practice the other day. So yeah, I think it might be the next thing. Hope not, but maybe.
Well, awesome, man. It's so great to see you out here, and we hope to see you for years to come. Is that the plan? Just keep riding, keep racing?
As long as I'm healthy and enjoying it, for sure I'll be here.
Awesome. Mike, who would you like to thank?
Tilly for always having me every year. Last couple of years, he's got bikes for me and nice bikes. And, you know, Jamie at Twisted, FXR. You know, those are the main three guys that's helped me over the years and get me where my vet career. These are the guys.
Excellent. Well, Mike, thanks a lot, and we really appreciate you being out here. Stay fit so we see you for many years to come.
Thank you.
Is that a fun conversation or what, guys? How about it? Mike Brown still out there on top of his game. Looks like he's just getting warmed up out there. Come on, 50.
Yeah,
you said 52, 55?
I think he's mid-50s, so there he goes. He should be taking the checkered flag right about now.
Perhaps the greatest vet of all time, Mike Brown, takes the checkered flag. Congratulations. He gets the win here in the 50-plus pro category. Well-deserved, a hard-fought victory. There you go, kids. Never give up. Never stop training. I want to know your thoughts, your tips, if you have any down below, your questions. Leave them all in the comments and make sure to subscribe. We got a lot more coming. Whoa, guys! This is why they call it the two-stroke extravaganza. Smell that premix. Welcome to Southern California. This is awesome. Two strokes forever. We got a lot to see. Oh my gosh. Look at all these two strokes. Look at all these. Oh my God, I can't hear anything. Get some of that. Get some of that. Oh, if you love two strokes, watch till the end. We're going to go on a journey to see what we can find. What a beast. Nothing like it. I want one someday. Oh, it sounds crisp. Don't hide them. Ride them. Gonna start doing. Oh, yeah, there we go. Starting it up. It's the two-stroke extravaganza. If you could only pick one, which one are you taking and why? Old Yamaha 250. Never know what you're gonna see today, guys. We got a lot to get through. Oh, the sweet smell of two-stroke exhaust is in the air. He just fired up this Elsinore. He's gonna try to fire it. Guys, this is the two-stroke extravaganza here in Southern California. Can he bring it to life? Two strokes can be a little temperamental, we do know that. Once you get them right, get them warm. Oh, guys, thanks for stopping back with me. As Miley Cyrus would say, I just hopped off the plane at LAX. We're here at Camarillo, California, and whoa, my friend Daniel invited me to the two-stroke extravaganza, and I gotta say, much more of an extravaganza than I thought. Sometimes when you get these invites, you never really know what you're in for. Oh, you better kick those feet up and relax, because we have some incredible motorcycles to see. We're close to LA, we're close to Tinseltown, we're close to Calabasas, Ventura. They tell me this is close to where the Kardashians live. Well, maybe this is a show that is big enough to even impress that astute family. What the heck is this, by the way? Daniel, what in the heck? Guys, what the heck is this? It's not a 72 H2 750, it's a 72 H2 1000. It's not a triple, it's got 4 cylinders. Unbelievable! Daniel, what am I looking at?
You're looking at something very special. What first of a kind, hand built by Alan Milliard, built in the spirit of what they should have done in 1976.
Oh my gosh, guys! We've never ever seen a 4-cylinder Kawasaki H2 two-stroke. I told you, you just never know what you're gonna see here. Another creation from Alan Milliard. Wow. Belongs to Daniel. He's hosting this event. Big thank you, Daniel. We really appreciate it. Is that awesome or what? Unbelievable. Well, you guys got to help me out if you know any two-stroke fans. You got to share this video because my mind is blown. I love it. I'm seeing stuff here today that I have never seen before. Wow. My mind is blown, guys. Is that really what I think it is? A 72 Kawasaki H2, not triple, quadruple. It's a quadruple. My gosh, guys, unbelievable. Unbelievable. What an incredible bike. KDX doesn't want to start. It's being cranky on him here today. Here we go. Cross your fingers. This is it. There it is. Oh, he's going to start the RMX as well. This one's for sale if anybody wants it. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. So what was the difference there? You got the jetting on point on that one? More beer. More beer. Beautiful bikes. Oh, he's loving this 95 RMX, throwing some smoke in here. Might be running a little fat. I don't care though. Smells great. I wish you could get some of that. Can I hear that sweet throttle? Oh my goodness. Did I hear you say you put a Banshee top end on an RD?
Yes, with an adapter plate.
Truly amazing.
And longer rods.
How long did it take you to build this?
I worked on the engine for about 6 months.
Nice work. This is why we travel far and wide, to bring you unique stuff like this. Beautiful 1972 Kawasaki H2 750. Here's what it used to look like. Oh my gosh, rusty and crusty. Steve, nice job. Could I please hear that sweet throttle on this thing? You know I love it. Oh, here we go, guys. Yes! Smell it. Smell it. Get some of that. The H2, perhaps the most famous two-stroke ever. Such a beautiful, iconic bike. Absolutely love it.
If I could get it out, it would be
original maintenance tag under the seat. That's how original this thing is. I don't want to see you break it. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I can't get it out.
Oh, we got another H2 I can't get enough of that sound. This one's got some chambers on it. As you can see, he's got the Denko chambers on this one. What do you think, Danny? Are the Denko chambers the best sounding chambers of all time?
Of all time.
Very cool. No temptation to leave stock exhaust on it?
Never.
I like the way you think, my friend. This thing sounds awesome. It is ear piercing in a very, very beautiful way. Whoa, and what is this? This is the very rare 1969 Kawasaki A1 Samurai. Look at this thing. Survivor. All original. Here's the big question. Does it run?
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, let's find out, guys. Wow.
Yeah, I don't have the key for it.
Whoa, that wasn't very hard at all, was it? Great mechanical condition. If you don't mind, could I hear that sweet throttle a couple times? Daniel, awesome motorcycle. Okay, so we talk about how there's different schools of thought when it comes to classic bikes. Some people leave them 100% original. It's only original once. I know you haven't even cleaned the dirt off this thing.
Nope.
I mean, it is a survivor. Tell me about your philosophy with this motorcycle.
With this one here, it's just, I like how it is. It runs good. There's no reason to try and make it anything other than what it is. You know, I like the rust. I have an A7, which will be completely restored, which is the 350 version of this, the bigger brother.
So no type of polishing, but obviously a lot of mechanical work. I mean, it starts that easy, right?
Yeah, but it's a two-stroke. Once you get the carburetors right, and you know the fuel mixture and all that stuff, they'll bark right to life unless they're flood.
Where did you find this thing at?
This I found out. I found this from a guy in Riverside, and he had bought it from a guy in New York, and I believe it had been sitting for about 50 years.
Good Lord.
He couldn't make it run. I got it. I went to the carburetors, put them in the cleaner and all that stuff, and it barked right to life, and then made sure the oil injection's working. So
beautiful bike.
It's a good little hot rod.
Thanks so much for showing me. I do appreciate it. Is that awesome or what? Was that cool or what? If you watch this channel, we talk about the different schools of thought. A lot of people like the bikes polished out. I like them that way. They say at Maico, the market right now likes the over-restored bikes that are shinier than they were in the showroom floor 30, 40, 50 years ago. Some people say, hey, it is only original once. That's probably the most valuable way to keep it. And this one is a true survivor. Let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you're loving this. Let's see what else we can find. And what did we find here? A CR500 street bike? This thing's bad to the bone. Oh my gosh. One of the most beastly and collectible dirt bikes of all time. And I have so many questions. How did he get it plated? We've got a lot to talk about. Well, you will see it all. I love it. CR500 street bike. Colin and Father, nice to see you guys. How did you come up with this idea? I'm gonna take a CR500 and put it on the street.
Well, I got the bike and I walked out of the DMV with a plate.
How did you do that?
God's my luck that day. God was being nice to me that day.
Especially in California, not the easiest thing to do, right?
And that's what I said, you know what?
Not one bit.
We live in Huntington Beach. How unique would it be to build a supermotor to buzz around HB in?
Very cool.
We did it.
No hard questions asked down there at the DMV or anything?
40 minutes of standing there wondering why it was taking so long. And she said, well, actually it was a guy. He kept going back and forth to the manager. He says, well, we can't find this bike in the system, so we have to add it. So I'm like, okay, I just expected to get a green sticker, right? And she goes, window 22, get your plate and tags. And I'm like, okay.
Nice work, guys. Nice work. How many wheelies you pop on this thing?
Never a time where the front wheel's on the ground.
Great bike.
License plate on the way.
Oh, very cool.
King Ping.
I like King Ping. So cool. How many of you would like to ride a CR500 on the road? Guys, I'm not sure what's more impressive, the build or the fact that they got it plated here in Cali. I love it. Speaking of impressive, wow. Look at this, guys. The hits just keep coming. YSR. These are very collectible, very sought after. Dude, awesome bike. I love it. I love it. What's your name?
Chris.
Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Anaheim.
Where did you find this thing at?
Long Beach.
$500.
Stop
it. 500. How long ago was that?
Last year.
Dude, you found it. I mean, you got barn find?
No, like this.
Just like this. Good Lord, you are the man because these are so collectible. I'm sure you've had multiple offers, huh?
Oh, yeah. I get all of my family to ride it. They enjoy it too much.
Thanks so much for showing me, man. Is that awesome or what? Wow. Well, guys, that should give you some confidence that there are still good deals out there. If you find somebody willing to part with the bike, or maybe somebody who doesn't know what they have, but these things are uber collectible. Speaking of impressive. What the heck? The hits keep on coming. I don't know which way to turn. Two strokes everywhere. It is a two-stroke extravaganza. What in the world am I looking at?
A 1985 antique RTV 500.
with modern bodywork.
That's right. And suspension, yes.
Oh my Lord.
What a showstopper. What engineering. What ingenuity. We have to find out more about this. Ken, a showstopper. I'm trying to make sure I got my facts right. RZ inline, I'm sorry, not inline, that would be the TZ. V4 two-stroke.
V4.
And how much work was it? How did you think of putting it in this R6 looking package?
Well, that's a real good question. This bike I bought as an abandoned project. It was pieces and parts, and I put it together, and I tried using several different types of bodywork on it. One of which is the AirTech bodywork set, but I just couldn't do it. And then I picked up this bodywork set. Spent the next 2 or 3 years fitting it onto this.
Oh, it's beautiful. What other type of aftermarket parts did you fit on here? What type of wheels we got?
These are Sierra forged wheels.
Okay.
Tons of little brackets that came from Ken's garage.
Very cool. Well, Ken, I think it's safe to say, if you can dream it, you can build it. Congratulations, guys. Best of show winner here. Very impressive. I promised you we'd see some things you've never seen before, and I know that is a Yamaha like you have never seen or heard before. That thing is awesome. I hope you're loving this tour. Let's continue on and see what else we can find.
What do we have here? I love it. What year, sir?
73.
73. Old school Kawasaki. Beautiful.
Ride your home.
Nice bike. Be careful. What the heck? What is it?
Motorized bicycle.
Get a load of this thing. Talk about a light little chassis. Wow, that's a powerful engine.
How much was that kit?
$2.
Did you build it or buy it?
I bought this.
Beautiful, man. That's cool.
Oh, guys, check this thing out. This is so cool. We talked about the major gray area right now. If you watched our review on e-bikes, because it has pedals, he doesn't need a plate. He doesn't need a tag. 60 cc's, and he says this thing can go about 60 miles an hour on that chassis. Hold on tight. Pretty cool, though. I'd take it over an e-bike any day. It's going to make a little more noise, though. You may have some explaining to do to the authorities. You're not going to be as incognito as you are with an e-bike.
Wow. They actually race these things in SoCal as well. They've modified it with a reed cage over here, right? And that is all to let it breathe a little better.
Let it go. She's amazing.
Woo!
Super cool.
It is cool, guys. It is cool. Look at that big exhaust pipe, too. My goodness. Pro circuit pipe. Appropriate. Take a look.
Hey, I see an RG Gamma. Check that out. This truly is a mind-blowing show. If you follow this channel, you know that we do the two-stroke meet at the Tail of the Dragon in Thiel's Gap, North Carolina, and that one's a lot of fun. I know a lot of these guys follow that one, but this one's got a little different flavor as well. I'm glad we came out here, all the way out west, because you never know what you're gonna see. Let's see what else we can find.
Enjoy. Looks like the old school Kawasaki small bore. Race bikes. That is awesome. Incredible. Is this you? Wow. Oh, guys, here's one I've never seen. A Yamaha SDR, only available in Japan. What year is this, sir?
1980 and 88, 89.
How rare are they?
Maybe 5 or 10 in the United States.
Good Lord, as you sit on this beautiful Yamaha over here. What a collection you guys have. I do. I want to hear one of them. Think that Yamaha would come to life over there? He would if he had his key. How about this? Japanese market only. You know, there's a story at Maico this year. The Kawasaki Z2 750 was similar. That was only available in Japan. And that was
there's another bike, a Japanese only mark up the little road here. Z1, FZ1 or no?
What year is your Yamaha RD?
73.
73. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot. How many kicks?
One.
He says one. He's confident. He's confident. As the Let's Go Dodgers chant starts. Uh-oh, this is in enemy territory. We got Padres fans over here. Oh, first place. Congratulations. Congratulations.
How did the Dodgers do today?
I don't think they played yet. They don't play yet.
Oh, tonight? Because you were there last night, right?
Yeah. Lost his key. Great event here though, for sure, 100%. See what we got. How you doing? Good to see you. Let me slide over. So hold on, let's get in perfect position. One kick, he says. One kick, he says. And he did not disappoint. Oh, you're a man of your word. Congratulations.
Cheers, sir.
Woo. Now, if you don't mind, let's hear that sweet throttle. Great bike. So I got to ask you, what is it about these vintage two-strokes that's so appealing for you?
Because I'm vintage.
We all are at this point, right?
So yeah, we got a whole bunch of different bikes and a lot of vintage and a lot of two-strokes. We're just kind of two-stroke fanatics.
But how many kicks for the SDR? Houston, we have a problem. We got another two-stroke leaving here.
Sorry, man.
It's okay. I just hope the key's okay. Look at this one. Wow. Well, that is cool with a Rickman fairing. Sir, is that a 75? 70, 74?
74 with a Paul Gas Stage 3 motor.
It's a Paul Gas. That's my hero. Wow, guys. Very cool. Paul Gas engine. So he did crank up this Yamaha SDR. Everything okay with the ignition?
Apparently, who knows?
Steve, how about it, Steve? Best Kawasaki. What's this mean to you with this turnout? I mean, there is some stout competition here.
Yes, and I appreciate the judges recognizing my bike. It was a lot of work to put this baby together.
Well, you did a fantastic job, my friend, and you're taking home the hardware. Congratulations. Let us not forget about the Lambretta scooter, the Ferrari of scooters, right? What is your name, sir?
Max.
Max, how proud of you of these machines?
Oh, I'm very proud, and especially when I rebuild them. I know they're reliable, and best part is when I provide one of these to a new client and they're happy.
And we got some hardware over here to take home, don't we?
Yes.
Take
This
a
one
look.
today happens to be happened to win the scooter category.
Congratulations.
Very proud of it.
Is there any way we could hear one of these awesome scooters?
Of course.
Let's hear one of these babies come to life. What year is this?
This one is 1957 and this one's 1966.
All right, let's
We'll do
hear it.
this one right now.
You put many miles on it?
Yeah, this is a daily rider.
Daily rider,
Commute
guys.
And weekend riding.
That's cool. Sounds like a two-stroke to me.
Smells like one too.
Wow, 1989 Honda 250 CR. Fine restoration, my friend. Great job over here. We got the 125 as well. Yes, we do. Great job.
That's it. Thank you, brother.
What an unbelievable two-stroke collection he has. Very eclectic, very rare. Take a look at this. He said he looked for this one for a long, long time.
It is the rare Kawasaki KD80X. Now, sir, you told me this one was on your list for quite some time, right?
Yeah, I was looking for one of these for about 10 years.
10 years? Wow, how rare do you think they are?
I think they just got beat up as, it was a kid's bike, so there's not many good examples left.
And big shout out to my man over here. He has a Yamaha RX100 saying it's a legend in India. Let's see that trophy. There it is. Two-stroke extravaganza. Congratulations, my man. Great job. Great job. Wow. Legendary bike.
Hey, he said, you gotta film my bike. Legendary in India. He said there's a cult-like following over there. You guys gotta tell me more about that down below. Cult-like following for this, too.
Nothing like it. I want one someday. What a beautiful motorcycle. Well, I can tell you right now, this isn't a stock paint job, but it's certainly an attention grabber. What the heck do we have here, sir?
Yeah, that's a 240 paint job. Nick Gargano here in LA built this bike.
Cool. What is it?
RZ350, 1985.
No, what's your name?
Billy Hines.
Nice to meet you, Billy. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to hear it, guys. He's got his Suzuki crew with him. We got another Yamaha RZR in the background. They're about ready to roll out of here. Over here, we got the Water Buffalo.
Baby.
So, when you guys hit the straights, who wins?
Oh, we
We haven't played that game yet.
Keep them safe. And they are all riders. That's what I love. They are riders. No trailer queens here. Don't hide them. Ride them.
Well, that's what it's all about, guys. Bringing a tear to my eye. I know those two strokes are uber valuable. I know collectors, you want to put them in a corner, drain the gas, but come on. Don't hide them, ride them, bring them to events like this. Get out and enjoy the vintage experience. I promise you, there is nothing like it.
Well, unfortunately, I know that one's not. I don't think we got a plate on that one, do we? We don't got a plate on that one. No. We could only wish. Wishful thinking. What is this?
It's a 1954 Monviso made in Italy.
Oh my, how rare are these?
There's this one.
That's it?
That's it. That's all. The only one anyone's ever found is mine.
And you still riding? Yep. That's crazy, man. What do you think the value of this thing is?
No idea.
Wow. So cool. I like the philosophy. 1982 Honda MB5. What's the story here, guys?
I was given this bike.
Uh-huh.
And pretty much, I have it for my sister to ride.
How about that? Now, did you say it was in the United States for just 1 year only?
United States, 1 year only.
Wow.
They produce them outside, and they're popular in the UK and whatnot, but United States, all MB5s are going to be 1982.
Any way we could hear this beautiful MB5.
All right.
Here we go, guys.
Get off your center. Oh, yeah.
That is cool. He likes the throttle. Tell her not to blow it up.
No, not yet. They're higher than 10.5.
That's fun. That's cool. Great bike. Great bike. Thanks for showing me.
Another rare find, and that is what today is all about. I don't know if I've been to a show with so many rare finds that are bona fide daily drivers, street riders. That's what's really cool about this one.
Oh, look at the road racing history that we have here as well with signature on there. Very cool. That's it. Never know what you're going to see here, guys. Very cool. That is so cool. Great job. Wow. 1974?
The MX 125.
MX 125. Wow. How much fun are you having on this thing?
I'm having the best day. And I love this motorcycle.
Can't beat that. Can't beat that.
Ooh, I see a 73 RD350, but uh-oh, guys. This may be a sign of how you got to watch these bikes can get away from you.
It looks like this one was down recently. Hopefully he bought it that way, or maybe it was down with him.
Anthony, all right, your bike. Hopefully you didn't have an accident. Did you have an accident on it?
I did.
Are you okay?
I did. I'm okay. Yeah.
What? She got away from you?
I rode it home.
What happened? She just got loose?
I don't remember what happened. All I know is I hit the back brake, ran into the back of something like a car or a van, and next thing I knew the cops were making a U-turn, the ambulance was coming, and next thing I knew I rode the bike home and everything was good.
Hey, all is well that ends well, and you're here to tell the story.
It's running good enough to make it to the two-stroke extravaganza and tell the story.
Amen, my friend. Well, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. All is well that ends well.
What's up with the tank? Did you buy the tank like that?
I had a dent in it when I bought it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you got it all stripped down, ready for paint?
No, it was like that.
Oh, it was like that?
The guy popped the fenders, painted the paint,
Very cool.
And I rode it around, and I bought another fender for it. I'm going to probably replace it.
Glad you're okay. We'll fix that.
Well, it would be apropos if we heard him kickstart it, wouldn't it? 73 RD350. Hey, almost first kit, baby.
Almost dropped it.
Take a look at this thing. Wow. Some racing two-stroke quads out here.
That's a 716.
Guys, I found more cool stuff over here. Here we go.
Very eclectic collection here. We got another Yamaha RD. Looks to be heavily modified. Sir, what's your name?
Dean Slater.
Dean, nice to meet you. We got a KE behind you and a YZ, street legal too. All right, let's hear. What year is this Yamaha RD that you got?
It's a 74 RD.
74 RD. Looks like he's got a stretched out swing arm on it. It's clean. Gonna start. Oh yeah, there we go. Starting it up. Love it. Wow, this is Dean's 1974 Yamaha RD 350. Oh, look at that, guys. Wow. I grew up on one of those bikes. That's the bike I learned how to ride on right there.
Now, these guys are blowing my mind over here. I've never seen a Harley two-stroke in person. How rare is a Harley two-stroke, sir?
Well, they're pretty rare. They made them as a preparation from World War II. The British got some, and they call them Bantams, and Americans got them, and they call them Hummers.
A Harley Hummer. Let's check it out.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Harley Hummer.
Yeah, come on, baby. Come on, baby. One more time. It's.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Ready?
All right, let's see. Wow, guys. Harley two-stroke. I love, initially built by, who was this built by?
DKW.
Okay.
And then it's been brought by Harley Davidson, and they brought them in, and they call them Harley Hummers.
Harley Hummer. I can't imagine how rare this is.
Yeah, it's a terrific old bike.
Oh.
They don't know any better. They just keep on going.
Yeah, we just go right over
It is a Harley Hummer.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Awesome.
Yeah, brand new front rim. It's looking good.
How about your trophy over here, huh?
Telescopic forks, and shocks in the back, and everything. Headlight.
That is so cool. Harley Davidson two-stroke, Harley Hummer. Wow. Wow. That's not every day. Sir, how did you get a hold of this Harley two-stroke?
When Harley Modesto went out of business, this was down in their basement and stuff, and I was doing some work out there. Yeah, I broke in.
Nice.
We swiped it, and we took it, threw it in the back of the truck, and just drove it back, and with some
How rare are
old
these?
dead sea turtles, and it smelled awful.
How rare are these? How
Oh,
many?
this-
I mean, how many are left?
Oh, well, I put a new air filter on it, so it's a burlap sack.
Yeah.
And then I've got an overlay sprocket on the other side, so you can do hill climbing. You just put that on and off. These they used to, the chopper guys would take these and put them on their choppers because it had a key switch right here. And the tank was small, so they were hard to get the tanks.
How did Harley Davidson end up making two-strokes?
Well, no, they just got them from after the war.
Uh-huh.
They used to give these to the Hitler Youth to get them to join the Third Reich, And after the war, we got them as reparations. So we brought them home and gave them to the soldiers and stuff. They were riding them around. And we made this one for hill climbing. We put some screws in the rims right here, so the tires don't slip. It's got Goodyear grasshoppers on there. And on the other side, you'll see the overlay sprocket, where you put a bigger sprocket on it with bolts, so you can climb any hill you want. Point and shoot right up the hill.
Well, thanks for showing me.
And it's good for hunting too. They
I
used to
bet.
take them out hunting and stuff.
I bet.
Like that over here.
How many
Here's
cc's?
This is a 65 cc.
65 cc.
Yeah, this is a sprocket that they bolt on to, they give you a little piece of chain so you can climb hills and stuff. Like that. Here's the headlight. And there was last registered in 72, so.
I'd love to know how many of these are left in existence.
Oh, that still run? And
it's still run like this.
Well, it's a good little bike that doesn't know any better. They made it back in the day, and that's
Very, very cool.
Yeah, it's the oldest bike here. I won a trophy.
Congratulations.
But I didn't go and get it, so they gave it to another person there. But I have this other trophy we won. Gonna get some leg tonight.
Congratulations. Man, that was awesome. Thanks for showing me. And one thing we got, what in the heck does that mean? Good for all night.
It's a chip for Mabel's Whorehouse.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, we'll leave it at that. The mind-blowing theme continues with this video because am I looking at a Maytag motorcycle? We got to figure out the story here.
It's a 1948 Simplex.
Okay.
And they came with a different motor. And this motor is they made these motors in the early 40s all the way through the 50s for rural areas to have washing machines. This is a standard fixed motor that a washing machine would run on. And I like art and rusty cool things, so I put this motor in here for art.
Very cool.
They never made a Maytag. They did make Maytags early in the 20s, but not very many.
Not very many.
It's when everybody was experimenting with motorcycles and stuff. So this is just to fool the people and be some cool art to match my truck, which we enjoy rust.
Awesome, guys. Thanks so much. But how about it? You can say
conversation piece for
yeah, sure. And if anyone asks you, have you ever seen a Maytag motorcycle? You can say, sure, I have. Well, some clean bull tacos did a great job here today next to the Husky. Great job, guys. You have fun?
Thank you. Had a great time.
That's what it's all about. Time to load. What the heck is going on in this Honda? Time to load it up. A few people said that's the most awesome two-stroke here. Very cool, guys. Beautiful bike.
Thank you.
NSR 250R built by HRC. Very, very rare. Only about 1,000 built. Very cool. And this one right here, absolutely mint.
1969 Yamaha R3. The first horizontally split case Yamahas were the R1, 2, and 3, previous to the R5.
Calls it the Orange
So this is a
Whip.
5-speed. It's named after John Candy and Blues Brothers. Orange Whip. Very nice. She's done up mod style, so I can do mods and rockers, and I ride this. If I want to be a rocker, I ride the Triumph. It's
look at the detail on this
not
76.
a stock color at all, but it's customized, with my color that I did.
Resto Rod 76 KH500. Could we hear this baby come to life?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hear this beautiful two-stroke come to life here. Can never have too many, right?
It's a two-stroke. I want it.
All here today. Law enforcement even coming to check this beautiful show out. The Cushman is here. That's cool. Scooter Nation in the house. Here's another rare one, Yamaha Phaser, 5 valves per cylinder. A lot of rare bikes here, a lot of mind blowers. Let me know what you think is the craziest machine you've seen so far in the comments. Check out this Yamaha FZ250R. A couple of old school RMs, loving it. Another Water Buffalo, this one heavily modified, custom touches. Another very cool old school Yamaha YZ250. Here's an old school gas, 1998. Call it old school because it's not the gas that we know today, part of the Pierre Mobility family, KTM Husky family. Here we go, guys, the Water Buffalo, getting ready to come to life. Whoa!
Still got some tuning to do on that thing.
Oh, it's so close. You got it, you got it. There it is, 1975. Water Buffalo coming to life. Well, ask and you shall receive, my friend.
Right.
There you go. What is your name?
Robert Blaine, Bobby Blaine.
Where are you from?
Torrance, California.
And you watch Cycle Drag?
Absolutely.
You're the man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Good stuff. Japanese only electric start RZ50. Well, here's one I know you've never seen before. 1994 CR500 electric start street bike. Let's see what we... Thanks a lot. Enjoy. Good luck. Thank you. Nice bike. Electric start CR500 and a Japanese only RZ50. Yeah, that crew gets some attention. Look at this. They're going to cross law enforcement right now. Whoa! Well, law enforcement was taking a look at it, but it is 100% street legal. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, but I'll tell you, I am coming back to this show.
1, 2, 3. Just a little push. All good.
Yeah, always a good idea to be careful when you're dealing with these highly collectible vintage two-strokes, but they all are riders, most of them anyhow. Gosh, what an awesome show. I'm going to stop the video at this point, see if anybody needs any help loading, but I am so glad I came out here. I really want to thank Daniel for having me, guys. It is the Stroke Extravaganza. We got to come back next year. So much to see, and we haven't even got upstairs yet. That's Daniel's personal collection up there. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, here's another one for you. Subscribe right in the middle, and you know if there's anything fast, motorcycles, or two-strokes, we're in from SoCal. Cycle Drag. And get subscribed because you're not going to want to miss what's coming next. We're going upstairs. Yeah. Be prepared to get blown away. Hit subscribe. You're not going to want to miss this one.